Hello, everybody. Welcome. Oops, let me move that just a smidge back. There we go. So, welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on the LOTRO stream Twitch channel. Hope everybody's having a great day. We'll go ahead and say hello in the chat too, in case there's anybody who's interested in chitting and chatting today. So, yeah, welcome to Heart of a Hobbit. Here we're gonna run around in on the Treebeard server, which is where we are. So the Treebeard server is a slow progression server. It's a legendary server, so what that means is that it's they when they initially opened the server, not everything was available to us on day one. So, for example, if we map out here, Eriador, everything up through level 50 was available to us when the server opened. And then piece by piece, over time, we're getting access to more and more of the world. So we went into Moria, and we've been out to Ravanian, and into southern Mirkwood, and we went through in Lothlorien, and then we've been gosh, where have we been? We've been up to Isengard. We've been in Rohan. And so, piece by piece, we get more and more of the world. So where we are right now is every 5 to 6 months, SSG, the people who make LOTRO, will give us the next expansion as it came out as they were doing this. So we slowly level, the level cap of our server slowly increases over time. So right now, today, we are at level 95 on this server. But as of tomorrow, after the weekly reset that they do on Wednesdays, after that, we will be going up to level 100 here on the Treebeard server, and we get access to... I forget where we're going. Oh, Peligir and stuff like that. Well, we get access to the battle where we retake Peligir, but I can't remember the other location that we go to in the map. That's really funny. Let's see, we've been running around Rohan, and we went to Helm's Deep. We did all the stuff there. Do we go into Dunland? No, we've already been to Dunland. Yeah, but what area of the map do we get next, do you know? Oh, I'm being advised to not look at this map, but look at the Epic Battle map. So let me go to the little chevron there, and the third one up there is Epic Battles. And this shows me that we will get retaking Peligir and Defense of Minas Tirith and the Hammer of the Underworld. But does that mean we are going to Minas Tirith in the next expansion then? And beyond, I hear. Okay. That's what I was looking for. I'm like, where are we going? So that's out here. There's the east wall. Wait a minute. Gondor. So we're going to Gondor, right? Isn't that where? Yeah, there we go. There's Minas Tirith. So we're probably heading south. Farinorian. Oh yeah, I think we get Farinorian. That sounds right. So I guess we're heading in that direction to some very gray looking areas. But no, I know we end up running into a lot of the rangers as we go through here. So that's kind of fun. And then there's a whole big encampment here, I believe. So yeah, so that's what we're getting next. That's the direction we're going next. But anyway, what that means to us is today our characters are level 95 because we've ended up getting enough experience to get us up to level 95. So we are currently at what is the level cap. So when you're doing missions in the game, there are some missions where you can add on this extra layer called a Delving. And there's like this big chunky stone that you see when you first enter the mission. And if you interact with that stone and give it a gem, you can get that extra layer of difficulty added to your mission. And the Delvings then give you some different rewards and stuff like that. One of which is giving us legendary item reward track experience. So we've been doing Delvings like crazy. And so we are already up to box number, I'm into 46. So, and when we get to, actually, oh yeah, I should look, 25 was, oh yeah, the handheld teapot. Oh, that'll be fun. And then 50 is a little cosmetic pet, the Jerboa, the slate Jerboa. I think 75 is the housing coffer, right? Yeah, that one's gonna be cool. Umbari furnishings. So I'm kind of interested in that. That's at level 75. Anyway, so that's kind of what we're working on right now. So that's what we're gonna work on today. So let's see, B4 has helped out by posting a link to the LOTRO wiki, saying that Western, Central, and Eastern Gondor and the Siege of Minas Tirith. That's what we should get next. Brings the level cap to 100. So we will no longer be at level cap tomorrow, meaning we cannot do Delvings because you have to be at level cap to do the Delvings. But we can still do the missions, but not the Delvings. And then Billy says, before says, and then the next going to 105 is the Battle of Pelennor Fields, March of the King, and the Battle of the Black Gate. So we got all sorts of pretty exciting things to do. Some high level stuff there. I think when I first started playing, that was pretty close to cap, I think. Because I remember people being around that level. Anyway, all right. Well, we are here in Cardolan in... Are we in Herne? No, we're not in Herne. Oh, yeah, we're up the road. We're up there. We're not far from Bree, actually. Sarge Forn. That's what we're close to. So, yeah. So if we were to look that direction. So there's a road. Let me see if I can get above on this thing. Yeah, let me up. Let me up. Let me in. Let me in. Let me out. Let me out. We just watched The Lion King the other day in Dutch. So that's a stronghold of brigands, and when you are running around in the south part of Bree, so you go in and there's like some brigands, and then you get closer and closer, and you keep going down further and further south, and eventually you get to like a big boss villain, brigand. And then there's like a gate there, and you just can't go any further. Well, that gate is now open, and so now you can come out and into Cardolan. So one of the first things you run into when you come out into Cardolan is this area that we are hanging out in right here. So, and there's like ruins and all sorts of good stuff, and a whole storyline. But we've already done it. So, all right, let's do some delvings. So what we turn to do is we start at the top. So we'll just do this one. So that we take the first mission. They don't say delvings, but you'll see underneath it says delve into the darkness. It's a couple of quests that you can pick up. So that is a possible clue that this guy, the missions that he has, also have the delving aspect added on to them. So we'll start with the top one, and this takes us into Karanost, which is nearby. Apparently it is under the control of orcs and worse, and they're bolstered now by a force of the White Hand, or maybe led by one. They don't know, but they want us to go over there and see what we can do, see if we can help out. So you first interact with them and say, yes, I will take this mission, and then you interact with them again, and he's like, all right, you ready to go? You're like, yes, and travel now. And that sends me into the mission, or the dungeon in older parlance. So this is where, because we're cap level on the server, we can interact with this delving stone. That's why we see this here. I don't even think you see it if you're not. That's a fair point. What do I have? I don't think I have any of the gems. Are they in my personal inventory? Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's see. Yeah, there they are. So, let me grab these. There should be 4. Yeah, there they are. So when you look at the delving stone, and we kind of talked about this a little bit last week, there's 4 different tiers. So, well, that's a bad word to use because they use the word tier. 4 groups, I guess we could say. So tier 1, 2, 3 uses a zircon. Tier 4, 5, and 6 uses garnet. Tier 7, 8, and 9 uses the emerald. And tier 10, 11, 12 uses the amethyst. And these are the delving versions of those gems. So not your regular gem, not the shard, but these are the delving zircon, delving garnet, delving emerald, and delving amethyst, which you'll see in my inventory up there, although they might be a little small on the screen, but they're a little more chunky than some of the other things you might see. All right, so we're going to do a 7. You want to start with a 7? All right. Okay, so we're going to accept. So basically it's like, do you want to make things harder? And you say yes. It doesn't use those words exactly, but notice the gem is now gone from my inventory. It's in that stone. So I have to succeed at this in order to get, basically I get that stone back. I get a replacement for it, but it's the same level. And then if I was, so like I'm choosing a level 7. If a level 8 uses a different gemstone, it'll give me one of those. The idea being that, hey, you did great at this level, now go try the next one. And if it's just the same, it'll just give me the same one back, basically. The idea is that I've put the stone in there and it cracked and it let out this malice that's been found inside these gems. And so by putting it into the stone, we're able to release the malice, and then now we have to go and defeat that, which has been added on to the enemies in the area that we're about to go and encounter. And then once we've defeated them, then that helps us get rid of that extra malice that was found. And then somehow our quest giver is able to take the cracked stones and they refix them or whatever, and so they give you a whole one back. That's very nice of them to do that. What was I thinking? Oh, I wanted to look at my deed tracker, although I don't want to look at the deed tracker. I think I just want to look at the deed log. So the deed log is the one that's inside the game. Lizardin says, hello, welcome. We are about to do a delving, but I wanted to look at something. Is it a skirmish, honey? It's a mission. Well, I don't see missions as a topic. Eriador and then Swampflake. Oh, I see. So these are under the, like, just like as if they're an on landscape questing. So the Delvings are listed here. Silly, and it's a silly place for them, but sure. As you go and do the different tiers we were just looking at. So like tier 1 through 12. So like I'm in the middle of this one. Delvings, there and back again. Complete tier 1 delving missions. I'm at 42 out of 100. And then there's a tier 2, which is a memory of light. Do tier 11, so they're not in order, which is really silly. Let's see, where's 3? What's number 3 called? I was going to give you all the titles in order, but they just don't want to. They don't want to make that easy. There we go. Shadows Engulf. All right, well, I'm not going through that again. My point here is that most of them you do 10, and then it's like, okay, cool, you did 10, now do 100. So for tier 7 delvings, we are currently at 99 out of 100. So if I am able to succeed in this delving mission, I will complete this deed, which will give me 20 delving writs and 2,000 virtue experience. That's kind of nice. All right, so let's go see if we can do it. Okay, so we don't know what that extra layer of stuff is yet that we just, there we go. Sometimes you have to kind of creep up on them to get them to show up. So if we hover over this guy, if we just click on him actually, it'll tell us, because we did a tier 7, so we've got stuff that's 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3. Those are like the levels of malice they've added onto stuff. So today is variant 6. So we have a collection of things that are out of variant 6, and what it gives us is Malice, Glory in Pain. This malice heals monsters you strike. It grows stronger the more times the monsters are attacked. Let's see, Malice 4, Physical Adaptation. After your first attack, monsters gain protection based on that damage type. So if you're tactical, you want to hit them with physical first and then do all your tactical stuff, because they'll have resistance to your first strike. So if you do physical, then they're resistant to physical. So don't strike with your good stuff at the beginning, unless you feel like you're going to take them out, in one hit. Let's see. Malice 5, Sauron's Wrath. After a brief induction, not introduction. Hello, I will be your Malice today. After a brief induction, it buffs all nearby monsters to do extra damage. All right. Next one is Slime Puddles 2, which there probably was a Slime Puddles in the earlier ones that we didn't get, but because we get the beefier one. Monsters summon debilitating slime puddles that have a chance to incapacitate you. This sounds like a terrible collection. And then the last one, infested. There's a shooting pain in your abdomen and also a squirming sensation, almost as if there were something moving. Ew, gross. Okay, well, this will be fun. Should I just see if I can take them all out in one go? Sure. All right, so I'm going to do some hunter shenanigans here. Yes, Blizzardin said it would be very rude of these monsters to interrupt your introduction. Hello. I'll be shooting you today. Oh, I did not. Oh, wait, we did. Hooray. By our powers combined. It didn't matter. All right. Oh, so we're looking for a specific guy. So let me do a search. We're looking for Kravlut. There's more orcs here than we need in order to succeed in this mission. So ideally, we go kind of where our end guy is, and we'll probably find enough, combat along the way to satisfy our needs here. What, did you attack something? You fell. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Hi. Well, we got people coming, so shall we induce ourselves? I might not take them out in one go this time. But yeah, by our powers combined, we probably do a good job. Excellent. That's the nice thing, is that basically we are, we're pretty buffed up. And we also, yeah, have some nice combos between the pair of us. If you give me a second, I can probably take them down. Let's find out. I'll do a nice little improved focus rain of arrows on them. Not completely, but there we go. Thank you. So nice. So nice. I love it when we're able to do that. It's great. So the guy we're looking for is that guy right there. And he's got a couple of helpers with him. And so we'll take those two out and him, and that will be everything that we need to accomplish here. The only thing we have left to do is find a scout and get out of here. Yeah, so Lizardin asks, so Delvings are like missions for level cap players. Yeah, I think that's a fair way to put it. Basically, you have missions, your normal missions. So we're in a mission that anybody can do. Like, it's not special in that regard, it just is. So you could be coming in here and doing the same mission, Harnos Command, and you would encounter the same things in terms of finding this guy, taking out 12 orcs. That would all be the same. But the thing with the Delvings is if you're at cap level on your server, which, like I was saying earlier, our server is currently at cap level 95, and so we are at that level. The missions have that additional delving aspect added to them. And it adds, like you saw, a whole bunch of things that the monsters have for them. So yeah, it's an extra layer, as before says there, an extra layer for end game characters, or that is characters who've reached the maximum level. All right, so I'm going to travel now and get out of here before we get found by somebody else. So, and that was a level 7 that we did, and I'm at 99 out of 100 of those. So this should finish off, not that one, that's the regular mission. But I can turn in the delving piece of it. And what can I do for you? Kapoo! So, yeah, so that completed the deed Delvings Darkest Night. I completed 100 Delvings on tier 7. And it says you have fought the forces of evil and triumphed countless times in the greater dark. Not the lesser dark, but the greater dark. So, yay! Now, guess what? I probably have like a do 7. Oh, no, okay, this is cool. Now this shows up. So basically, if I do all the levels, if I do 100 of them, all the different things, oh good, I can read it off easier here, then that is a deed itself, and it's called Deepest Delver. So deed, there and back again, that's do 100 level 1s, do 100 level 2s, A Memory of Light, and then Shadows Engulf, The Deepest Darkest Crevasse, Panic in the Deep, Darkest Secrets, Darkest Night, Deepest Delving, Deepest Delving Conqueror, Deepest Delving Liberator, and then Wrath of the Light. And that gives me 10 LOTRO points. Okay. 50 Delving Writs, some Embers of Enchantment, a title, Deepest Delver, and oh my gosh, 10,000 Virtue Experience. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot. Oh my gosh, yes. He just said you want to do that on a bonus weekend. Oh my goodness. If it would actually multiply, it might. Oh my gosh, that would be insane to get a bonus on that. That would be just crazy cakes. So let's see. Lizard asks, by the way, is it true that even non-slotted virtues give you passive bonus? Yes. That's a fantastic thing. So here we are looking at our trait tree stuff, or trait tree panel, which you get to by clicking on the Gandalf, which is for me down here, and by default that's where it lives. I have actually switched out the next two, so I get the plugin manager, and then I have my reputation panel over there, because the two things that were there I wasn't finding very useful, but I find those other things more useful. Anyway, so yes, so I have my 5 things slotted here. But then everything that's not slotted, well, I think everything, gives a passive bonus. And so there's basically 2 kinds of passive bonuses you'll see here. So some of them have a little shield, like this loyalty down here at the bottom. And then some of them have a little sword, like the zeal that you see over here next to it. So they have basically the same kind of passive bonus. So the shield ones, for example, in this case, it's giving me maximum morale as its passive bonus. So that's on all of the shield ones, I believe. So if you're looking for extra morale, start filling in the shields. And then the sword ones give extra physical mastery rating and tactical mastery rating. And that is, I'm pretty sure, the case all the way across. And then the passive bonus, how much it gives you, is based on how far you've gotten that virtue along. Virtues cap out at half your level, rounded down. So I'm at 95, so round that down to 94, and half of that is 47. So I'm at 47 is the highest level that my virtues can get to right now. When I turn level 96, all of these will open up to being able to go to level 48. So I'm not quite capped on all of them, but I have been working on that. So right now I'm earning on innocence, but let's see. So for example, these 2 here, that one's giving me 89 maximum morale, and that one's giving me 89 plus 89 maximum morale, because they are both at level 47. But like if I look at this one that I'm earning on currently, it's only giving me plus 77 maximum morale. So you can see how, like, as you get the the virtue higher and higher, it gives you more and more of that passive bonus. Currently for me, the maxed out physical and tactical bonus it's giving me is plus 64. It should say that all across all of these, right? Yeah, plus 64, plus 64. And then if it's not full, so like this is plus 43, for example. So it really does make a difference. Like, because Valor here, it's a sword, and it's giving me plus 43 on the physical and tactical mastery rating. Whereas 47, level 47, right next to it practically, is giving me plus 64. I mean, that seems like a big difference, 64 to 43. That's a huge difference, even though they're not that far in level difference. So I think it's worth it to, make sure your points are that you're still earning virtue. So what I end up doing is sometimes I will like purposefully go and work on a deed in order to get the virtue experience that deed might give me. And then I also make sure that every day I come in and open these Hobbit gifts, because it gives you sometimes a gift that's a little bit like whatever, I don't care, but it always gives you a virtue experience pot potion that you can then use. Now I have another character that I'm using those on, because that character doesn't quest as often as Rosenbloom here does, so I'm kind of passing those all on to one of my other characters to help get their virtues up a little better. So let me just pop this in here actually, and we'll drop this over here too. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Okay. Oh, one other thing I almost forgot. When you do a delving, you get a special delving chest, and it's of that tier. So this one says tier 7 delving chest. It expires in an hour. So make sure you open that within the hour. So like it says, contains your reward for beating back the darkness. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And then sometimes you'll get a different chest. In this case, I got a delving box of crafting materials. That one doesn't expire. I can hold on to that for years and years if I want to. So just make sure you open the one that does expire, though, because it's really sad if you do a really cool delving and then you forget to open the box and then you're like, hey, did I get anything good? And you're like, oh no, and you've totally lost and missed it. So sad. Yeah, Lizardin says, that's nice. None of the virtue experience goes in vain, even if the main virtues are capped. Exactly. Yeah, it's really, I'm a fan. I'm really glad. I like this, the way they did the system. I know some people are like, oh, I wish we could go back to like classic LOTRO, and I'm like, I do not miss going out and having to do very specific deeds in order to get very specific virtues that I wanted and all of that. I love this other system way better because it's like, it shows me all the virtues that exist in one panel. It lets me choose where I want to spend my time and energy. It lets me customize where I want extra stuff. You know, like in this case, I'm going with the, you know, these 5 things because they seem to make most sense. But maybe someday I'll be like, oh, you know what? Let's, I've heard good things about this other combo. Let me do this way instead, and I'll swap something out. And it's like, I really appreciate that I have a lot more control over my destiny here, it feels like. And then also, yeah, the passive bonuses, I'm like, that's winner. I love it. Oh, Before points out. So Before did some fantastic work on our characters. So all credit to him. So when we're doing delvings, we often end up with these different leggings and arm bracers and things, and they have slots in them. And so we want to put essences in them and, you know, and all of that stuff. So he went through and was kind of looking at, well, what do we have and what essences do we have between us and what would go well with what we're trying to do. And so he did a really good job of looking at what is important for our characters. So for example, my character, agility is really important. And critical rating. I love a good critical rating. So my critical rating has pretty round numbers right now. So for example, on melee critical hits, I'm at 25%. Ranged critical hits, I'm at 30%. Tactical critical hits, I'm at 25%. So that makes us believe that those are at their cap. Because otherwise you get weird numbers like, you know, like 8.3 like it says in these other parts, or yeah, something like that. So so what Before says is this conversation is making him realize that since the tactical mastery for him on his character, critical rating and finesse are capped, like he's got them as high as they can go. They don't let you get to like 100%. Like it says, nope, you're good. 40%, that's all you get, which is fine. Like whatever. So he might be able to switch to virtues that are more helpful to raise other things. So Egg Arthur points out that capping all the virtues is a little harder at 150 because the cap is 92, is the way they've got that set at the moment. 92 is not half of 150. So that's weird. Anyway, doesn't matter. But it's kind of funny. Yeah, so Before points out that we're hoping that our completionist characters on Treebeard will have an advantage when we finally move over, because we will have been doing everything here on Treebeard, like every single deed. So these are our deed completionist characters. So if we've done basically every deed we can do up to that point, we should be doing really well on virtue experience. So, and then I wanted to point out and show you that I've got a delving emerald here. So I got one back as a quest reward. So I'm, and some regular emeralds. That's really funny. Let me just put these next to each other. There's a regular emerald and there's a delving emerald. They're both green. Oh, okay. So Egg Arthur says the virtue cap accelerates starting at level 112. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's cool. It seems, yeah. So, yeah. Anyway. Let's see. Lizardin asks, how do you know when certain traits are capped? Oh, yeah, that's a great question. You don't, because it doesn't say it, but it's basically so like these, not the basic stats at the top here, but if I'm looking down here at offense and defense, right? This is how it goes, right? If it's around, if it's a number that doesn't have like decimal points keeping going, it's kind of probably a sign. Yeah. There's probably stuff on the wiki. Okay, for one, there's probably stuff on the wiki. Two, there's people like Egg Arthur who know things. And three, it's often some sort of a number that doesn't increase. No, Egg Arthur, they're asking about like, wait, are you asking about the traits or your thing in the character thing? That's a fair point. I don't actually know which one you were asking about. In the trait panel, if that's what you were asking about, it'll say right here like 47 out of 47. Also, there's no more bar, and so it can't go up any higher. And yeah, that's basically it. Like, there's no bar, and it says, you know, X out of X is the same number, if that's the question that you were asking. Like on here on Zeal, I don't know if you can see it, it's a small thing, but it says 42 right here, and it says 43 over on the other side of it. And then underneath it says 42/47. So it's at 42 out of 47 of the possible levels. And it's got an experience bar that it's filling in. Oh, that's cool. It does, I don't know that this used to work, but it does now. If you hover over it, it tells you how much experience, virtue experience, you need to get to the next rank. That's handy. 650 there, 1400 there, 278 there. Cool, that's nice. So Lizardin, I don't know if that was the question that you were asking, whether it was this maxed out question, or were you talking about these maxed out questions? Yeah. Yeah, so B4 says for this section, like if your critical rating value reaches something like 30%, then adding more critical rating makes your rating go up, but the value doesn't go up, then you know you've hit it. So if like I added something that's like, you know, I'm wearing something that's plus 20 critical rating, and I put on something that's like plus 22 critical rating, and nothing changes, then you know that you've maxed out. So. Well, hello! Looks like we have some raiders. The workers of GMC have escaped. Keep them in holding until we can get them back. How funny. Well, welcome, raiders. Oh, 19. That's awesome. From Gantoran. It sounds more Klingon than Lord of the Rings. Oh, yeah, it could be kind of dwarvish. I could go with that. So, it's a Gantor raid. With little missiles. Those little missiles, those are so cute. They have little smiley faces on them. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Yeah, we're just talking about statistics and stuff here. Very exciting stuff. Okay, yeah, so Lita Zardin was asking about these sorts of things. Yeah, not virtues, but traits like critical rating, finesse, and so on. Yeah, so cool. Before has, I think, answered your questions. I like that. Yes, you know, Gondoran, just north of Gondamon and west of Gundabad. Son of Gothalon. And Gatorade. Yeah, sorry. All right, let's go ahead and do another thingy popper. Yes, and welcome, raiders. So we are actually playing Lord of the Rings online. Contran says, before, how did you know? Well, you know, we've been in the area. Not recently. We've been spending a lot of time doing missions right now. And currently doing missions in Cardaland, which is way further south than those crazy places. Oops, did I go too far? Where's Organdamon? Let's see, Eredmith, yeah, Ravanian. There's Gundabad. So we've got Gundabad up on the tippity top here. And let's see. Oh, and Gondamon, man, that's way on the other side. So Gondamon's over here in Eriador, up in Eredluin. Gondamon! There you are. There it is. So yes, somewhere in between the two, right? Gemto bravely ran away, he bravely ran away. Did he have the minstrels with him? So yes, so Gontran will be somewhere between here and here. No, here, sorry, the Misty Mountains. There we go. So, you know, somewhere in there. Probably maybe up in Angmar. Okay, so there's more in the chat a little bit about how to raise those numbers or what happens if you can't raise those numbers anymore. But I'm going to say we should go into Crown of Karanost. How's that sound to you?
Might I take a moment of your time?
So let's see. The battles within the ruins of Karanost are not against simple orcs. So go deal with these guys. That's the short version. Oh, and some missions have a twist. This one, and I think most of these don't have a twist. But because we're going to be doing a delving, we're adding that layer on, then there will be extra twists. So what level do we want to do? We're going to do a 10? Okay. Always need more 10s. I'm not a particular fan of today's assortment of delving stuff. Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, so it has taken my, or it said, hey, do you want to do this now? And I say yes. So it's put my gem in there, and it says a dread-filled malice spreads through the area. One thing is if you are doing these with a partner like I am here, you want to make sure that your other person is in here with you before you do that delving stone stuff, because if you do it and they're not there, they don't actually get credit for the delving aspect of it. It's just a regular thing for them. All right, so we have to find and defeat the true leader of the orc forces at Karanost. Is that the one where we go up the hill? No. Yes? I think we go up this hill. Okay. We did this really recently, like yesterday or the day before, and we got so turned around, and we ended up running in a big circle, and... Oh, I don't know, but somebody sees us. So let's get going. Oh, what are our extra stuff now? Let's see. Twisted Flesh needs summon a cursed hotspot that builds monster healing over time. Yeah, okay. Hang on, let me look for a named character. How about Dargund? That sounds like a named character. Yeah, we don't want to get into those clouds. Okay, so let's see if we can hover over somebody again. And there's one. Okay, so we have, in addition to the stuff we had before, actually it drops off the lowest stuff and gives us only the highest stuff. So we've got Sauron's Wrath, which is the brief induction, not introduction. Buffs all nearby monsters to do extra damage. The slime puddles, they have debilitating slime puddles that have a chance to incapacitate you. And the shooting pain in your abdomen, and it's going to shoot something out, infested. And then we also now have Tactical Mastery. Expert training has made this creature a dangerous foe to face in tactical combat. Let's see, 9. Oh, Epic Tempest. Large clouds form that float near the ground and spawn various effects when you and the monster stand in them. And the last one, Twisted Flesh. Enemies summon a cursed hotspot that builds monster healing over time. Move them away from it. So like this Storm of Lightning is really fascinating. Lightning dances across you, burning you. So it subtracts 11% of maximum morale. But it does that to everybody who's in it. So it does it to me and the enemies. So if I could like get them in it, but me not, it's really fantastic. Okay. But I'm not going to stand in that for the moment. Oh, and there's oh, that's nice, a Delving Storm of Healing. That actually affects us as well. Like, if we stand in it, we get healed too. But we don't need to be there. We need to go find the big bad witches on the other side of that wall. So we're probably going to have to go through this guy. So we're gonna try and hit him really hard. Hold on a second. What do you mean not line of sight? Fine, I gotta hit the other one. Oh. I took care of him. That worked out alright. Alright, so we gotta sneak our way around there. Well, I'm with the minstrel, there's no sneaking. We're gonna find our way around here. Alright, hang on. You know what? Let me drop a thing or two here. Not sure. We're not sure how nasty this stuff is going to be against us, so we want to at least prepare a little bit. Okay. Oh, you know what? We should hit them. Did you do the other one? Because of the whole tact. Oh wait, no, that was we don't have that now, do we? That was in the previous version. Nay, I think that was previously. So we've been able to. I don't want Sauron's wrath though. Yeah, so we can hit them with whatever we want. That helps. All right, cool. The green one is. The other one might not be. But that's fast. We can stand in the healing puddle and keep them out of it. I like it. Ho, 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 ho. That was nice. Oh, where are they at? Somebody sees us. There we go. So, yes, before I was able to say his favorite thing, minstrels are bestrels. Lizard also is a minstrel. Very nice, very nice. I do enjoy running around with a minstrel. I find it's a nice combination, the minstrel and hunter combo. Come on, let me up. There we go. There was a another thing in the background above me here. It's like I got this thing. I gotta get rid of this guy. We got one of those things that the wriggling inside you infested thing. That's where that came from, probably. So yeah, so that thing that Affodil was just standing in for a second there, it was, what was it, like a protection or something like that? So it reduces incoming damage. So that's really fascinating. So if you can manage to be in it and them not, it's harder for them to hit you because it's like basically you're kind of obscured by all the stuff floating around you. So it's fascinating. I find the extra delving stuff, some of them are really creative, and I like that one. I think that's fun because if you can tactically play with it a little bit, maybe you can be in a puddle that's good for you and try to, put down traps or something so they can't get into it. Yeah, I have fun playing around with some of that. I mean, usually the missions don't last very long, so we don't have a lot of time to play with it.
What can I do for you?
Why not? It's a lot of fun. Okay, so when you finish a delving, you have 2 quests to turn in because you picked up 2 quests. You picked up the original quest, which was like, hey, there's this problem, can you go deal with it? And then inside the mission, you added on the delving layer, which itself was a quest. So when I come back out here, I'm turning in the mission, which gives me legendary item experience, which applies to that LI reward track. And then I'm getting the marks of the currency of the person I'm dealing with. And then this guy's also going to give me some motes of enchantment for this particular mission. So that's just normal. You get that. It's all good. It's all a part of the normal plan. And then I also have this delving to turn into him. I turn it into him. It's the same guy, which is handy in this regard. And then, he's like, oh my gosh, what vileness was within that gemstone? Because remember, you put the gemstone in there and there's something inside and it cracks it open and it lets that out. And it infests the people, the bad guys around you, and you've got to go defeat them to then finally defeat the malice, right? So for that, he's going to give me some more legendary item experience, which is why we really like doing delvings, because it really gives us like a real boost on how much LI experience we're getting for that reward track. And then it's going to give me a delving chest of this tier. And again, remember it expires after an hour, so make sure to open that. And then he gives me a delving amethyst, which is, I did a tier 10, which is an amethyst. Tier 11 is an amethyst. So it's the same thing, so he just gives me 1. I only need 1. So I'm going to go into my inventory right now and find that delving box, which is here. And it gave me 40 delving writs and a box of crafting material. That's fine. I mean, it's nice. So, okay. So let's see. What have I missed here? Oh, Egg Arthur put a really nice explanation here that was basically back to that thing we were talking about. Oops, I typed in the wrong place. About, these capping out. And hang on a second, grab a drink. And by the way, Sarah in 1992, welcome. I see you said good morning. Good morning to you. It's a lovely afternoon here because we're in Europe. But good morning to you. So Egg Arthur says, the way I usually explain it is, There is a rating to percentage cap, which, for example, for critical rating would be 25%. Then traits, traceries, and buffs, which add a flat percentage, aren't subject to the cap, so you can go beyond 25%. So for red Bjornings, you can get close to 40% critical. So hopefully that makes sense. I personally don't worry about it as much as perhaps some people do, but I appreciate that there are people who do worry about that and who can give me advice to then maybe get me a little bit higher up on something than I would do on my own, and I'm fine with that. I don't mind, like, how do I want to put it, backseat advisors when it comes to my ratings on things and how to, maybe tweak it a little bit. On the other hand, I don't worry about it too much, so I'm happy to just play. I have a good time. I enjoy playing. So let's see, Moobot reminded everybody that SSG and the Game Masters, so if you run into a GM in the game, never will ask you for your password. So if anybody ever asks you for your password, it's not an SSG person. So don't ever do that, and never click on suspicious links that are posted in World Chat. Only unsuspicious ones. Egg Arthur says he's jealous about the red Bjorning thing because 30% just isn't as high as I want. Oh, I see. Red Bjornings get a critical boost depending on how much wrath they have, so it fluctuates. Yes, but yes, before says, my minstrel is full of wrath, come on. So Lizardin says, I read somewhere that in terms of importance, it goes tactical rating, critical rating, finesse. Is that true? It probably also depends on what kind of character you're running. But yes, as a minstrel, before would have the similar interests as yourself. And says, yeah, that sounds good. Finesse feels more important if you are at or near max level. Because the thing with finesse is it helps you, let me see if it has a good wording here. Reduces your opponent's resistance and reduces resist. So basically the bottom line on the finesse thing is that if you and who you're fighting are about the same level, how you each have a pretty equal chance of hitting each other, basically. If your level's above, you have an easier chance of hitting them and they have a harder chance of hitting you. And vice versa. If their level's above and your level's below, you have a harder time of hitting them and they have an easier time of hitting you. So what finesse will do is, if you're at cap level, the things that you're fighting are probably going to be at your level or lower, but like if they're at your level, if you're questing on level, it's you can't get above their level, put it that way, right? So what finesse will do will kind of tilt that in your favor and make it easier for you to hit things that are on your level and harder for them to hit you. So that's why finesse can be really important, and why B4 points out that it is important, feels more important at least to him, if you're at or near max level, because it gives you that edge. He's, as he points out, if you're higher level than the stuff around you, it feels less impactful. So he is playing as a Redline Minstrel and has access to Concussive Shout, which gives Piercing Cry, another ability, an additional 30% critical chance. So that can crit a lot, even if your general critical rating isn't fantastic. So like maybe your general critical rating is, I don't know, like 10%, or I don't know, mine's at 25%. But yeah, I can temporarily, I think, then boost that over, because like when I go into camouflage, I add a plus 50% ranged critical chance. And then if I add on Burn Hot, it's plus 40% ranged damage. And then if I add on Improved Focus, and you have to do them kind of really quick in a row because they expire really fast. But Improved Focus then also gives me, well, when it finishes, 25% ranged critical chance. So like adding all those up together, I have a really good chance of doing a critical shot on something, which is why a lot of times I'll do something like that. I'll just like go 1 and then 2 and then 3, and then I'll do something like, if I'm doing a single target, I'll do a Heartseeker, because that one's a shot that cannot be missed, parried, evaded, or blocked, so I have a really good chance of hitting them. And now I've added all this critical to it, so I have a really good chance of doing a critical shot on that one, which I like. I like watching things fall down when I hit them in one go. That's kind of fun. And then if I'm doing a group, I'll either do something like a rain of arrows, which in its normal damage range is 1,500 to 2,000, and up to 10 targets, which is really handy, or a improved swift bow, which they each do up to like 1,000. It's 3, 2, 2, 2. Or I'll do a split shot, which does several targets, and each one does 1,700 to 2,300. And then if I crit on those, it's like, it's really nice. All right, let's go ahead and do the next one. Down on the farm? Yeah, that one's good, right?
Could I speak with you?
Yes, goblins have driven owners from their farm and burned everything. So we're going to try and help the get rid of the goblins. And the farmers can get their stuff, get their place back. So, yeah, right? Lizardin says, I play easy mode, but it's interesting sometimes to dig into the details. So thanks for the explanation. You're absolutely welcome. I definitely, for the first, I don't know, year or two, played very casually. Was just like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. I'll just wear armor. Who knows, whatever. And then I was, I participated in, oh, hang on. What level are we doing? 10? Yeah. Okay. 10 wasn't too bad. That was fine. So we'll do that again. We participated in, there was a 1-month server called the Bombadil server that LOTRO did. And it was like it was a tournament. Yeah, we have a goal of 10,000, or sorry, 1,000 tier 10s. So might as well keep on it. Anyway, it was a tournament server, and the way you got points in the tournament was by doing deeds. And so, like, it was right up our alley because, you know, hello, love doing the deeds. So that was a lot of fun. But what the twist of the server, aside from that part of it, was that you basically joined a side. It was Elrond's two sons, and they were like having a competition basically. And so you were like, you know, you picked one team or the other, Elrohir or Eladan, and you could then attack people who were on the other team. So that was really funny. But what it definitely taught me was to up my game, because against NPCs, I know what they're going to do. I understand their pathing. I know how this is going to go, right? But against a human, it's like it changes everything. Let me get that off me real quick. Again, I still have stuff on me. What the heck? I'm not a fan. Sorry. Goodness. Puddles everywhere. It's raining. There we go. Get that one off me. Oh, the sneak saw ya. Maybe you yelled at it. Anyway, so I had to really, my approach to my weapons and my armor changed. And there were some people on that server who were very, like, you know, into knowing exactly the right thing to have and the best stuff and, you know, all of those things. So they were great, though, at giving advice, and, like, because the server only went to level 50, and so we only had access to the weapons and armor and everything, jewelry, that went up to level 50. But that was really fascinating because they already knew of those things, like, what was the best at that level. And so that was a lot of fun to be like, oh, okay, I want to get this particular earring, this particular thing. That's what's good for, you know, a minstrel. This is what's good for a hunter, you know, those sorts of things. So that was really interesting. Oh my gosh, I caught on fire with that thing. I'm going to just get out of here. So, Lizardin, I totally get what you're, where you're coming from, in the sense of, like, not spending too much time and energy worrying about it, because most of the time it doesn't matter. Like, it's fine. It's, you know, just play for fun, right? But it is really interesting when you go through that process with people who are knowledgeable, especially, and are like, Yeah, when they look at your character and they're like, hey, you know, this veteran Vanguard's dexterous earring is great, but what's even better is this skilled Vanguard's dexterous earring. And so if you get another one of those, you really want to try and swap that in. And, you know, like all these different things like that. It was like, oh, I hadn't really, you know, noticed that or thought about that. So yeah, so that's been, that upped my
Might
game.
I
Oh,
take
and
a
that,
moment of your
and I learned how
time?
to like hit things and move at the same time. So that, that was new. I got much better at playing a blue line hunter than I had been previously. Yeah, it's fascinating playing against a human being. They're very effective compared to an NPC. So, um, let's see. So, Agarther says, oh, sorry, I should do this, huh? 10? Yes, 10 to 10, 10, 10. And here we go. It's fun because the different tiers say different things. So this is a dread-filled malice. There's other types of malice, like a uneasy malice or something like that. Like they come up with different words for them, which I think is kind of fun. Now I'm back in red line as a hunter here. I am not running around in blue, so which means my best skills are if I stand still. But that means I hit harder. So you know, it's a. I find it to be a good balance. I'm okay with this. What's this puddle? Oh, I don't want to go into that puddle. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's got a red box around it, so I don't want it. Spot a captain. Oh, okay, I'll take a look here in a second. Right, we have to defeat the half-orc captain. Oh, hang on. I got gook. Let's see if I can get rid of it. All right, cool. Captain. Let me look for a captain. The answer is no. Not yet. I just see bruisers and sentries. So we'll creep up a little further. So Arthur points out that if your crit rating goes over the cap, you still get some benefits like devastate magnitude, but generally it's not considered optimal to invest in overcapping critical. Better to invest in mitigations, etc., so you can survive challenging content. Yeah, that was something I learned about because one of the things we were doing on that tournament server was bird just went by. Oops, sorry, I'm still shooting at them. Honey, you should take a look at the overcapping when you have a second. You see it right there? It's like above my head. There's a bird right there. Oh, I lost. Yeah. That's a big one. Oh, I'll take another look. I don't know what just happened. Maybe we went into combat. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Okay. Hunter searches can't work during combat. I still just see bruisers and sentries. Now, maybe he's not an orc. Well, it does say orc, half-orc captain. Humanoid. Yeah, that's what I've been looking at. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, he's not. He's just not here. Yeah. Bird watching break. I know, right? We have cats, and we have a way. We have a cat door so they can go out into the backyard, but it's totally enclosed where they can go. It's like a cat run that before created, so they can go outside and see things, and things can see them, but they can't interact, which is great. So it's really cool because we enjoy watching the birds, and the cats enjoy watching the birds. Nothing yet. But this way they don't, harm each other, which is, I think, optimal from an environment perspective. Yeah, Deviate Fish says birds are nice. I agree. B4 is actually quite a fan of pigeons, and I have thus become more interested in pigeons myself. So, I don't know, it makes me wonder if could we someday have pigeons also, as well as cats, but we're just content to let them land in the backyard and be near us and not necessarily be our responsibility. Still nothing by way of a captain. Interesting. Oop, you went that way. Let me catch up if I can. This place is just like chaotic for getting around. So let's see what we can find here. Okay. Well, there's a storm of protection. I think I seem to recall that we did find him. Okay. Weird. Why is there a warrior fighting itself over there? They're like beating each other up. Huh. Anyway. Okay, so passage of foes, orcs, trolls, giants, and evil men or dwarves. Yep. And oh, there we go. There is a captain, a signature foe, and he is behind us. It's behind you. Oh yeah, so the mitigations thing that you mentioned, yeah. So I hadn't really played with or understood mitigations up to that point, and so we were doing the Rift of Nurse-Gashu was like kind of the end game content for that server, because the tournament server went to level 50, and so it was really interesting because we were level 50, so it was, you know, definitely on level content, and so we had to do everything we could to, you know, to succeed. And so, yeah, there was a lot of like learning how to mitigate things that could be, you know, harming us and stuff like that. It was really interesting. I had never paid any attention to that previously. Cool. We got our travel now. So here's the funny thing is if you are in combat and the scout is there and you're ready to travel now, you can just click and get the heck out of there. You don't have to finish the combat, which is fun. One of the twists they can throw in, or not twists, but one of the things they can add on through the Delving system is like orc tunnels. So basically you'll be just like running through and all of a sudden like this little mound of dirt will show up in front of you and it starts kind of like pulsing almost, but basically because the idea is that there's a the orcs are underneath and they're digging a tunnel to get out and to come and be able to attack you. Sorry, I couldn't resist the silver deposit. And so you have to go and defeat the tunnel, which I'm assuming means that you're like filling it in or something. And if you don't do it within a certain amount of time, then like an orc or a goblin will pop out, and then you have to work on them also, or they're there attacking you, I should say. So there's been times when we're like, the orc tunnels are coming, but we're done, and because there's 2 orc tunnels show up because there's 2 of us, we think. It seems like there's 1 for each of you, and so like 2 orc tunnels will pop up, but we're done, and the scout is there, and we're like, Scout, get us out of here, and we just leave. There was another one where we misjudged something. I can't remember how it happened. But anyway, so we had to defeat a boss, and we ended up, like, alerting everybody in the area that we were there. And so we were in combat with, like, I don't know, 10 different things. And it wasn't going well. And so we ended up having to go back to the beginning because we were defeated. So we, like, kind of, like, scooted our way back. And they were like, okay, the scout is there. That's all we need to do. So we just, like, ran over to the scout, clicked the scout, and we're out. It was great. So, Edgar Arthur says, have you seen those brightly colored clown collars for cats to scare away birds? I have not. Apparently there's a link to. All right, I'll take a look. Now I'm curious. Yeah, let's just open that up. What? I have to type letters? Oh, reals? What's going on? Oh. Oh, that's funny. And it actually like works to
The people selling it claim it works.
so the birds notice. That's really funny. It's a fabric tube that goes around their neck. It looks like they're something out of, well, I would say Elizabethan, but it's not that big. But oh, that's really funny. Yeah. Our cats don't even wear collars, actually. They came to us without collars. So we didn't add that to their repertoire. and we haven't felt a need to do so. They're chipped, so if they were to get
How
out
can I be
and
of
get
service?
found, you know, all you have to do is take them to a vet that has a chip reader, which I think all of them do. So, yeah, cat debuff collars, right? That's good, Lizard. Yeah, it reduces their their tactical versus birds. Yes, it's a stealth minus 20 or something. I think it would have like the crinkly stuff in it too. That'd be hilarious. But our cats would not be a fan. So yeah, now this was early days, but Kato, who's currently sleeping on the bed next to my desk, but when we got them, they both really wanted to go out because their previous owner had let them go in and out, and that wasn't what we wanted to do. We wanted to let them go out, but in a contained fashion. And the outdoors for the cats wasn't complete yet, so it wasn't available to them yet. So we thought, what if we could get her to go outside, but like on a leash or on a harness, basically. So we did get a harness. Well, we got one and it was like too big or too small. So then we got another one and tried that. And putting it on her was not her favorite thing. And then I got her outside, and she was basically like, "Get me off this, like, no, I don't want this." And she would just kind of like, she just moved in a very uncomfortable looking fashion through the garden. And then at one point she basically like found a spot behind some grass and trees and stuff in the garden. It's a small garden. And yeah, and she just like laid there like in protest. Yeah, Lizarda says cats usually don't like harnesses like Gollum on a rope. Wasn't quite that bad. Yeah, she wasn't complaining that it burns. She wasn't meowing at me or anything, but yeah, it didn't seem like a successful trip. So yeah. So orc tunnels, says Gareth. I always knew orcs were boring. Ba-dum-bum. Very nice. Hey, somebody just leveled. Congratulations, person who just leveled. All right, so we're done with the missions here. That guy only had 4. So we're gonna hunter travel ourselves over to Herne in Cardolan, where there is another mission giver. Cool thing about this is you're getting tokens that you can use with them to buy things. And they've got pets and I don't know, armor and housing items and stuff like that, and also travel skills. So that gets us here, which is really handy. That person just showed up again. That's funny. All right, so should we start with the first one? Leadership direction. Some of these don't have the delving stone. If there's no combat, there's no delving stone. And I forget which ones those are. But I think this one's fine.
Stay a moment.
The great thing about Herne is it sounds like a dwarf with heartburn. Herne! Yes, that's the dwarven word for heartburn. I got Herne! So we gotta be careful what you eat, I suppose, on those outings. All right, so somewhere around here should be a delving stone. And it's usually not too far in, because if you run past it, it's too late. You've missed it. So it's pretty early on. Is that you doing it, or? Oh, okay. Are we still doing 10s? We're going to stay, yeah, because we're doing 1,000 of them, right? Eventually.
We're at 63.
Now, doesn't that mean that we also have to do 1,000 sevens?
No, 10 was special, and then they added 11.
Oh. So 10 is special. Oh, 10 was the max, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what it was. So 10, okay, so the delving system evolved a little bit in its early time, which wasn't that long ago. But yeah, so they originally had, I guess, 10 levels. I'd forgotten this already. And there was a separate gem for each level. And that was annoying, because then you ended up with 10 different delving gems in your inventory that you had to like keep track of, and it was kind of obnoxious. So then they revamped it, because they're like, you're right, this is obnoxious. Oh, but anyway, so at that time they had a deed for each one of these, like, do this one 100 times, do that one 100 times, do that one 100 times. But because 10 was the highest, 10 was special, so you also have a not only do it 10 times or 100 times, but do it 1,000 times. So you get to be Durin's Bane's Bane is the title you get for that. So that's fun. But then they revamped it, and they were like, okay, this 10 different Delving Stone thing is kind of obnoxious. It's true. So they lumped them into groups, basically. So you've got, you know, one stone for the first 3, and a different stone for the next 3, and then another stone for the next 3, which took you to 9. And so then there'd be a 1 stone for the 10th one, which seems kind of, you know, like missed opportunity there. So they did go ahead and take that opportunity to add an 11 and a 12. So now the Delvings go up to 12, but there are only 4 stones that you have to manage. So that's neat. Oh, this guy has a special dooley bob where basically you hit him. Hello. And then notice how he turned green. I don't know if you can see the bar up there. The bar turned green. Because then he basically gets allies, and you got to deal with the allies. And then he is back to being hittable. So that's what we're doing right now, is we're taking out his allies. Well, that's partially what we're doing right now. What we're doing right now is standing in some breached armor, apparently. I'll just run through the fire. Oh, there's a Delving Star of Lightning. Hey, dude, would you like to go stand in lightning? I don't think he is actually in it, but I'll put a trap there just in case somebody gets it. Hey, White Hand Soldier, you want to go stand in some lightning? This is no thanks. Okay, fine. You know what would be cool is if you had like the ability to throw people back. I don't know, do any any classes have that? Well, trolls can, but we can't play well, okay, we can play trolls on landscape. So, now I was thinking like if we could play a, like kind of brawler, pick somebody up and throw them. Like they do the mugs. That'd be fun. Oh yeah, and the Delvings came out at the same time, or around the same time as Before the Shadow. So as as Egg Arthur points out, all of the Before the Shadow ones, Before the Shadow missions have the Delvings enabled. That's why we keep running around here in Cardalon and Swanfleet. So let me turn these both in.
What can I do for you?
Get my goods and Shadows in the Grey Flood. Actually, and then once I get in there, I'm gonna grab.
This is the one that will sometimes have the water things.
I'm gonna open my delving chest so I don't forget. Sometimes has water things. Oh, I should do the delving amethyst. Oh, did you just do it? No worries.
That's what it looks like when someone else.
Oh, that's what it looks like when somebody else does it. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it basically like it was lit up, the ring was, and it kind of flashed to let me know that something was happening, and then it flashed again, and the ring went away, and that was the acceptance of the quest. So let me scoot back here. Enter induction. They're entering their introduction invulnerability state, so they won't be able to say hello anymore. They're entering their stunned by a minstrel state. Says Affidel. That's fantastic. I like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you don't want to stand in those puddles. They're annoying. You're in double puddle. Find a puddle. Make it double. I'm just going to stand here until these puddles go away. See, there's another one. I don't want to stand in that junk. Yes, we're trying to, what is, oh no, I just forgot the rest of it! Team Rocket! Taking off? Not taking off. Oh my gosh. It's been a while. Anyway. Yes, Hobbit minstrels are like cats, says Lizard, such small creatures, but their lungs are powerful. Oh my gosh, it's amazing how much noise a small cat can make, isn't it? Thankfully, R2 are not really obnoxious about it. But man, I have, there's times though, Casper, our other cat, for some reason, it's always at night, and not middle of the night though. Thankfully, he's not a middle of the night guy. He usually sleeps through the night, which I'm pleased about. But like as you're trying to go to bed, he'll be like, oh no, this is the time I must go use the litter box, and I will tell you my stories of litter boxing. I'm like, I really don't need to know, dude. Like, just go to bed, go to sleep. Sleepy time. He's like, meow, 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 meow. Like, well, I appreciate that you share the songs of your people with me. That's very kind of you. But could we talk about, like, time and place? So, they're actually really sweet. They spend a lot of their time sleeping, honestly. And being not obnoxious in the middle of the night, which I definitely appreciate. Because I have definitely had cats where they were, like, you know, up all night, meowing and playing and running. It's like, oh, we are having a little bit of trouble with this. I should probably do something to heal myself. I should probably go into this state so I can heal myself even more. They're throwing stuff at us. It's harming us. I think that's part of our problem. Let's get rid of this if we can. I've gone into Hunter heal mode, but it wasn't enough. But I think... Hey, thanks, Affodil. Affodil made it through and was able to res me. Hooray, thank you. Oh, and did you hear that? Thank you. Give us a second to heal up a smidge. Yeah. Oh, so Agartha was pointing out that, yeah, all of the before the scout approaches, all we needed was that last one. All the missions have the Delvings enabled, but none of them have a twist. So that's why they all keep saying none, so I probably could stop double checking that. Some of the Umbar and Elderslade missions have no Delving. Okay, thank you. We were doing a lot of the... Was it Umbar? We were doing a lot of the something missions with some dwarves.
How can I be of service?
Gablaka! And some of those don't have a twist.
What do you need?
Or no, some of them do. A lot of those do have a twist. Sorry. Other words. Cursed Flame? Me?
I can take it or leave it.
Alright, let's do the ruins of Gardenbard.
Will you lend me your ear?
Bard. Oh yeah, that works. Oop, I got a little pause. Okay, so let's see. Agartha says brawlers have a small knockback on at least one of their skills. But B4 points out that pretty sure about 0.7 seconds after a class got the ability to yeet, they'd be tossing mobs off cliffs, causing pathing breaks, and in general chaos. Yeah, you say that like it's a bad thing. Alright, so level 10. Amethyst, accept, do the thing. Okay, we're good to go. Agartha says on the brawler ability, it's more of a knock upwards. I don't know that the actual 2T position of the mob changes, so unfortunately knocking upwards. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, if B4 points out, if Minstrels had a knockback, he would be using it all the time. Throw them back, throw them back, throw them back. Now we do use a lot of the, like crowd control stuff. Oh, that's why I'm not getting it. I'm like, why am I taking so long to get focused to use my skills? Because I had switched to the healing myself. Which it looks like maybe I need to go back to. What in the heck? Yes, that's true. Alright, let me eat a Bjorning cake here. Oh, I'm like low on hope. Do I need to hope up or something? Ah, it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah. I got knocked down. I got up again. That's right. Nothing, never gonna keep me down. Oh, you just brought all these. Okay. Whoops. And he ran by me. Okie dokie. I'll just come over here. So Agartha points out that there is a session play in Moria where you knock mobs off the bridge of Khazad-dûm with a knockback ability. It's very satisfying. So Lizard says, I prefer missions from the War Room and Erebor. I like when missions rotate daily. Yeah, that's what we were doing a lot of with the Goblikov in the War Room for quite a while. But then we're maxed out on tokens with them. So, and what was our reputation with them, Max? That's what it was. All the deeds were completed. So yeah, we kind of were like, well, we could go do other things. But yeah, the rotating missions is kind of fun. Oh, and I think we did the thing, the deed where, yeah, you had to do every one of the missions at least once. We've completed that. And we've done the prince thing, even though we haven't done that storyline yet, where we did every one of those. And I think we did the full storyline too on these characters. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, Epic Games TV. Hey, welcome. Good to see you. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to us. It's not raining right now. It's a very grayish, cloudyish look outside at the moment, though. All right, so we've got a Delving Storm of Healing. Well, that's just gone away, hasn't it? That's okay. We'll go up the stairs. Oh yeah, that's right. B4 points out we were doing the Erebor missions. But yeah, but they don't have any Delvings. And we want Delvings because we want that extra bit of stuff. So yeah, so when the server cap goes up tomorrow, then we'll probably go back to doing like the missions that don't have Delvings. Oh, I'm about to get that goober on me. So I can get that off. Yes, the mission where you drink and dance with goblins is fun. Yeah, lizard. I know, right? I love that one. I think that's so much fun, especially because I run with a. Let's see. There it is. So see this bar? My bar's at the bottom. This is like my social stuff. I run with that. I have that always as my second one. I thought the scout was here. Oh no, they're at the other end. That's right. So doing that one mission is so fun because I just walk up and I like pull up my, social bar and I'm like, all right, ready to go. Let's dance. So Epic Games TV says, grayish here also was raining earlier. We've been getting a lot of rain recently. It just seems to be that time of year, but that's fine with me because I'm from Colorado and it's very brown in Colorado. So that's been one of the exciting things for me about like living in parts of Europe is that it's not so brown, and that's neat. Oh, my currency is capped. Dum dum dum. Gray flood marks. Let's talk to this guy. See what we got. Let's see. So I've got the return. Well, I've got the guide to skills that I don't need to worry about. I could get some Anorian tile floor. I could get the Greenway. Yes, I could get a cat. I know, you keep saying I already have it. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Anorian tomb. Destroyed Anorian castle. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. More, jewelry and boots. No shoe stomping boots though. So, wait, where'd the pets go? Oh, there. I somehow missed it. Tome, oh, there, because it's Tome of the Creed. So, I could get this Tome of the Cozy Tabby Cat. So I will do that. And I already have it on this character, but thankfully it is not bound. So I can give it to one of my other characters or sell it on the auction house or whatever. So I've got options there. I also have a bunch of stuff piling up. Hey, Affadil, how would you like some stuff? So people are like, how do you manage your inventory? And I don't. I give it to Affadil to deal with.
They are also welcome to give it to Affadil.
Oh, okay. Apparently, you're also welcome to give it to Affadil if you would like to have Affadil manage your inventory for you. So basically, I just like hand over all the scroll cases because I just can't deal anymore. I'm just gonna give you everything today, actually. Usually, I keep the scholar stuff and schlep it over to my scholar, but I ain't gonna worry about it today. So scroll cases. Oh, and the essences. I give Affadil's got an essence box somewhere. All right, That's all. I'm not giving you the cozy cat, though. I'll hang on to that for now. So, see, my inventory look great now. So I'm going to put it in my shared storage under parties. We had a party on the server, on the server's like 1 or 2 year anniversary. I organized a party, like a concert. So I might do that again sometime. Oh, that's also could have gone to you. Well, next time. So I keep things like that just in case I, do organize something else too. So, yeah. Epic Games says it was grayish. It's grayish here. Also, was raining earlier. Yeah. Level cap people problems, says Lizard. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, so after tomorrow, we'll have to work back to the cap on Treebeard. So, now we probably won't rush it. We'll probably just take our time because we're going to be doing landscape questing with our kinship. We do that once a week, so we'll be making our way through it anyway. The biggest thing I want as a hunter is I like to kind of rush a little bit if there is a travel skill involved. And level 100, I think. Oh, where's the travel skill at level 100? Let me have to look it up. What? Maybe Dol Amroth. Oh, that could be right. That could be it. Hang on, let me just look it up. Hunter, LOTRO. Yeah, just like that. And wayfaring is what I want. So, well here, and I can put the link into the chat. This is, so you've already done it. That's where I go when I'm like, I need to know what's the scoop. Now, because, there's a whole crap ton of them. I forgot about that. Some of them are actually like level 100, and some of them are basically like, some of them will be level 100 coming from 95, and so I'll be able to get those. But some of them are like level 100 leaving and going to 105, I think. Like that. I don't know if all of this is going to be available to me, but they are Guide to Arnach. So that's Eastern Gondor. Above that? Oh, Guide to Dol Amroth, level 95. Yeah, see, I'm level 95, but I can't get Guide to Amroth yet because we don't have access to Dol Amroth yet. So I will be able to work on that, but I got to get friends standing first with the faction. So that'll take a little bit of time. Probably. I assume we don't have anything with them yet. Let me just double check, though. Dol... Yeah. Yeah, they don't know anything about me yet. Might be able to do task board stuff and work on that a little bit. But anyway, so that's level 95. So I'm definitely going to want to get that early, but I'm already at 95. So I just got to get the friend standing. And then, yeah, Guide to Arnach, that's friend standing with the Rangers of Ithilien, which I am not sure if we have that. And then Guide to Minas Tirith, which is Defenders of Minas Tirith. Guide to the Warstead, that needs friend standing with Riders of Rohan. Guide to After Battle Minas Tirith. That's friends standing with Defenders of Minas Tirith. Okay. And there's a couple from that you need standing of various levels with Host of the West. And that's Guide to After Battle Osgiliath, Guide to Hen at the Noon, and Guide to Camp of the Host. And then there's 2 more. Oh, another one for Host of the West. That's Guide to Herendir. I don't remember where that is. It says, it's in the Wastes. Okay. And then the last one is Guide to Udon Foothold, and that's Friend Standing with Conquest of Gorgoroth. That's got to be in the next expansion. That's not the one that we're about to get. Oh my gosh, there's 2 expansions from now. So there's some travel skills that I will be able to get in the next round, but some that I won't. So, yeah. So I don't think there's any reason for me to rush to 100. You see what I mean? So, yeah. So, like I say, Epic Games says that it's very green here in Vancouver, British Columbia. But I don't think we have much snow left on the mountaintops. That is something that's always quite beautiful, is to have that snow up on the mountaintop. That's fun to see. So, Lizard says, carry-alls are good, but I also need one that will make rune boxes stack. Yeah, that's a challenge I have on a regular basis. So, yeah. Let's see. Dame Hypatia says hi. Hello. Good to see you. Lizard said if there was sleep in the games, hunters would receive a sleepwalker skill so much so that they love traveling. I think there is a sleep, isn't there? Like, what else? Oh, that might be one that you have to buy from the Restore? No. There is lie down, yeah, which Affadil has just done. There's also faint. Let's see. I think there's something. Oh yeah, there's mood sleepy. Yeah, that's not quite. Are you gonna do it? Anyway, I'll look at your face. All right, go ahead. You have to right click it to activate it, and then look at me. So, funny thing is, I don't know how you go back to normal, but me or somebody clicked on one of those one time, and like forever they kept having that same emote happening across their face. It was really funny. But yes, there's faint. Oh yeah, dream. Right. That's what I was thinking of. Thank you. There we go. We have it, because we did do Halls of Night. There you go. We're zonked out. Yes, there's /dream from the Halls of Night challenge. And that's a 3-person instance that you can do. All right, I'll get back up. And so that one, if you go to Shift-C, that's how you bring these things up. And Dream, it says Z across it. And it says, acquired by completing the deed Champion of the Halls of Night. Which, was that a cap level thing? What was the scoop on that one?
That was a challenge, so probably.
Yeah, because it was a challenge. It was probably a cap thing. Yeah, Champion of the Halls of Night. It says you've become ensnared in the Halls of Light, must defeat Nightmare and his lieutenants before it is too late. And it just says complete the deed facing your fears and complete the deed raising spirits. Okay, yeah, Telerian agrees that the challenge is normally cap level. Yeah, and before it says if it came from a challenge, then yeah. So yeah, so we must have done it when it was cap level. I think we did it like, I don't know, like 70 or something, or yeah, I can't remember exactly, but we went ahead and took advantage of doing it when the cap level was lower, rather than trying to go back and do it later on at like 105 or 150 or whatever. So okay, so were we gonna do Troubled Waters, or did you want to pop over to the Hobbits? Okay, we're gonna pop over to Clegor. We'll do a couple of Hobbit ones, and there it is. Yes, that's fine. I like the Halls of Night. I enjoy it. Okay, so now we have Ervo Kirch here. And which one? Do you have a preference? Okay, we'll do Apparitions of Nature.
Can I take a moment of your time?
The reason I'm asking is because for the just saw another bird. We're getting a lot of birds in the backyard all of a sudden, like in the last, I would say, month. So when we first moved in, there were a bunch of birds, but then and then we put bird feeders out and stuff like that. But then it kind of cleared out once we let the cats start going outside, even though they were in the cat run. And it's just, I would say, in the last month that the birds have started coming back and getting a little bit more active. That's true. Before points out that the pile of bird seed he spilled back there probably doesn't hurt. We did put bird seed back in the bird feeders, and that has been getting a lot of attention. There's a hedge between us and one of the neighbors, and there's a bunch of finches live in there, and it's super cute. Oh yeah, tier 10, yeah. So, nope, I can't see it. There's, oh, here it is. If I hover over it, no, this is Delve into the Darkness weekly. That's not it. Anyway, you can only do 10 delvings per day. You only get credit for 10 delvings per day. So once we generally try to do 10, and then we're like, yeah, we're done. So, That's why we're kind of like doing a little picking and choosing right now, because we're not going to do all of them. We're going to, you know, go to 10 and then stop. I am in combat. I was creeping forward, and there we are. Arthur says, we did school challenge in a tier 7 delving. Why? Because we were insane. So you were trying to do the school challenge, and it was a tier 7. I mean, okay, so the question, though, is did you succeed? It does sound a little crazy, but, you know, I mean, 2 birds, 1 stone, right? Why not? That's pretty funny, though. Hey, and it would have gotten you toward, you know, another one of your tier 7 delvings towards the deed to finish 100. Oh, yeah. These things are really squishy. That's right, I forgot about that. Yeah. Before it's like, oh, we should have done a 12. Because these things aren't that hard to defeat, comparatively. They're a lot easier to defeat than some other things. Do we have one more to do? I've lost track after this. Is this 9 or is this 10? Out of the 10 delvings to do it. We can do a 12 in the next one. See what succeeds. Yeah, I know. I wanted to ungoopify myself here. There we go. I think I got it in time. Oh, but I got hit by... I'm short! Why can't I go through here? Come on. It's not OSHA approved. Yeah, but neither is Moria. Come on. I can go all sorts of places there. One does not simply walk through Moria. That is true. One does simply fall through Moria, though. I'm good at that. Have we done the falling deeds in Moria? We must have. I can't imagine we wouldn't have. Okay, good. Our Moria tab is complete. We tend to, with these completionist characters, because with playing on Treebeard, we get to spend so much time in each zone before the level goes up. So we've been in this zone for like 5 months now, I think. And so we've done most, if not all, of the deeds that are available for the level that we're at. So when we were in Moria, and I think that was a good 6 months, but it was worth it because, I mean, there's a lot to do in Moria and a lot to see. Some of the times SSG has done it more like 5 months instead of 6 months for bringing Treebeard up to the next level.
Just a moment.
So it's a little weird because we got kind of used to 6 months and then they did a 5 month and everybody freaked out. And it was like, what are you doing? And they're like, well, we said 5 to 6. And we're like, but it's always been 6. So it was kind of funny.
Please, stay a moment.
Let's see. Yeah, wolves. We could do wolves. Well, maybe. We'll find out.
Before the bond?
Yeah, before they bond. We'll try that as a 12. Let's see how that goes.
So, how many do we have left?
Oh, Lizard saying you're like the bird summon, like the thing from the Autumn Festival where you go, and all these birds go, yeah. Oh, this one will be a little challenging, but let's do it. We're going to try a 12. Auto meat. All right, yeah, like that. There you go. Ask and you shall receive. Okay, so let's see if we can find one so we can look at what it does.
Say
That's,
how many we have left.
I forgot to look. Oh, well, no, if I hover over the delving stone, it doesn't tell me, does it?
Nope, that's when you're in that turn with the first question.
Okay. Okay, so there's a thing. Okay, so let's see. We dropped off a couple things, but oh no, we didn't. We still get the 5. So extra damage, the slime puddles, the infested, which means the worms come flying out. Tactical mastery, so tactical combat, they're strong. Tempest, so we get the clouds. Oh, that float near the ground and spawn various effects when you and the monster stand in them. Yeah, like the spinny things, those are great. Malice 10, Twisted Flesh. Let's see, we already had that. That's a cursed hotspot that builds monster healing over time. I was not ready for combat. So the last 2 we added on is physical adaptation. Here, let me just tilt these off so I can read them. Let's see, we also have Okay, we'll read in a minute. Combat, we ended up with a lot of combat. They multiplied. Oh, we had patrols. Oh, that's unfortunate. Take me away from you for a moment. Thank you. Whoa! Delving spider. That's exciting. Hello, Delving spider. Wasn't expecting to see you. Oh. Okay, when something falls, you get apparently a lesser something. So in this case, we got a sickle fly. The guy dropped a sickle fly. That's what joined him. And we get fire. Let's get out of the way. Okay, so the two things that got added on are Physical Adaptation 2. After your first attack, monsters gain protection based on that damage type, so that's back. So we gotta pay attention to that. And then the last one is Hydra. On defeat, monsters explode into weaker monsters. All right. Okay, so. Right, that's fun. You about ready? Okay. Oh, you know what? My honey cakes wore off. Maybe I should snap one of those real quick. Yeah, which one are you after?
I see a wolf to the left.
Okay, let me, Oh, and then they're gonna change based on, well, I'll try and hit it really hard. I can see the wolf keeper, so that's what I'm hitting first. Oh. I did. And I've got a thing on me. Oh, and Sauron's Wrath. No, we don't want you to have that. Yeesh. So there's a hunter skill. I wasn't able to get out in time, sorry. Oh, but there's this Delving Storm of Healing if you need it. Anyway, I was working on getting my hunter skill out, which is if you spam quick shot, basically it heals you. Every time you use quick shot, it heals you. Which can be really useful when you are damaged. Yeah. Okay, cool. And unfortunately, because I fell, my extra hope is gone. So sad. But After they'll help me out there. So now I've got extra space on my bar, because my bar was looking a bit orange there. Alright, I guess maybe a couple other things. Yeah, get some extra stuff up. Alright, there we go.
Today's the 10s are much easier.
Yeah, the 10s were way easier than a 12 today. There's a big jump today, it seems.
Okay, so when you look to the left, there's a wolf with a summit on his head.
Okay.
That's the left.
Okay. We're going for the wolf with the sun on its head. Oh, goodness. Oops. Hey. Alright. Time for some quick shot action. go stand in that protection. Hey, it came over to me. That's yo. Ah, no. Dang it. Sorry. Oh, nope, I'm not out. I'm about to be though. Seriously. I think we ended up shooting at different things here. So I kept backing up to try and get away from them.
I stayed on the initial.
Yeah, I lost track of it. I started hitting the things that were hitting me. In an attempt to get rid of them. Here, I'll retreat back with you. Okay, if we're going to keep getting that patrol, I think we should deal with them.
Sure. Also, if there's something with the sun on it, keep attacking until it goes down.
It was down.
And then ask for the sun if you're not sure.
Well, I was not able to pivot like that. At that point, I tend to hit things, whatever's hitting me, I hit it back. Speaking of, something's coming. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's get rid of the wolf here. Let's get rid of the wolf here. That's cool. And now the wolfhound that's attacking here. Okay, I'll work on this night warrior. I see that you're down again. Okay, and wolf keeper. And sickle fly. So, sometimes there's a big jump between numbers.
The resistance that really makes it.
Yeah, they have extra resistance on 11.
The first shot determining what they are.
So, yeah, I'll explain that. So, yeah, so the first shot, or the first thing we hit them with, if we hit them with tactical, they're resistant to that. If we hit them with physical, they're resistant to that. So it's ideal for us because we both are using tactical, right? The distance stuff. So ideally, we want to run up and hit them in the face. But there's so many of them that are clustered together right now that it's not ideal to do that. Okay, so I see something kind of straight ahead and slightly to the right. Do you see that also?
I'll follow you.
Okay. So I'll see if I can give it a good hit. See if it works. Especially if we can bring it through this lightning storm. Oh, dang it, it's too far away. I wasn't paying attention to that. Also, I can't see through the tree. That's okay. Okay. And then I need to get out of the puddle. Another puddle. And let's see what and a couple of things that have jumped out, so maybe we can take them out with some AoEs. Maybe not. Is that probably resistant? Turkeys. That's one of our less favorite things, is when they have a resistance to whatever you start with. So annoying. It takes a lot longer to take them down. Shoosh. Time for a quick drink. Yes, Hobbit's flattened, says Lizardin. Alright, we need... Wow, that was only 7 wolf keepers out of 16. We have a few to go. Shall we finish it? Shall we keep working on it? Okay. Sometimes what we'll do is if we decide that we're like, yeah, this is annoying, is we'll go ahead and, because there's 2 of us, one of us still has a delving stone, and we'll be like, all right, we'll just, you know, exit and try again, that sort of thing, on a different level.
Or if you attack the wolf,
What's that?
I will fear the wolf keeper, so target the wolf.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to target the wolf, and Affodil is going to fear the wolf keeper. Okay, here we go. Yes, don't fear the reaper. Well, don't pay the reaper till he gets you to the other side. I was enjoying that healing puddle just kind of circling us. That was nice. So River SOS says, hello, the menu bar is different. Anyone know how to change it? Is it a mod or something? Are you talking about my menu bar? Then yes, we do know about that. And Mubot there has given some information. Thanks, before for doing that exclamation point UI to get the information. All right, so I'll do the wolf again. Yes. Oh, yeah, thanks. Yes, you're most welcome. So yes, I use a series of skins called the JRR Skins Collection. Quite enjoy it. And yeah, this is one of the Hobbit themed ones that I mean, Delving Hills, probably Wide or something like that is the name of it. I would show you, but these guys are nasty, so we're going to deal with this first. And then I can show you a little bit more about how to play around with your UI. They look really nice, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm definitely a fan of playing around with this UI. Now, and basically what it is the story of it was that there were a whole bunch of different, UIs that people were putting together and creating. And then, as it is with any game, people kind of came and went. And so there were people who were creating these things, but then they weren't, like, maintaining them. And so somebody took them all and basically put them into one collection. And then kind of, like, yeah, it's all put nicely together and stuff, so you can pick and choose, and there's a lot of similarity between them. Like, they always have this, they always have that. It covers, like, yeah, we have stuff. I'm gonna move over here. Oh, we got stuff behind us. Where do you all come from? Come on. You need to help heal up a little, huh? Oh, and then we got the addition from her. Spider. So close. Wow, you're so close. Ooh. We're not out of combat, okay. Who is it? Oh. There's a wolf keeper. I think he's chasing you. That wolf keeper is just feared, but he's coming back, so watch out. Oh, thank you. Awesome. Oh, then he got a Grodbog as a replacement. Very Men in Black. Nice. Okay. Cool. Pause a moment. Whee. All right, you ready?
Sure. What are you thinking?
Well, I see a couple red dots there. Let's see if we can get to them without anybody else finding us. Nope, these are closer. We gotta better deal with these.
Thought they throw the ones short.
They were not.
Rain of arrows, the helm.
Rain of arrows, sure.
So much.
Okay, cool. Oop, puddle. See if I can get off in time. I think so. Dang it. Knocked down by puddle. Alright, cool.
Yeah,
There is...
AoEs are more.
Whee! Storm of healing! Just chase that thing around. Alright, let's see. There's stuff behind this wall. So, did you just go left? Okay. Yeah. I thought we might be dealing with those guys. Alright, here we go. Okay. Awesome. Interrupted her Sauron's wrath. What? He walked all the way across there just to come talk to me. That was so nice of him. Alright. Hound. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Cool. Oh, right. Set out a Delving White. I keep forgetting about the, you know, the secondary attack. There we go. Alright, last one. Are there two there? Yes, there it is. I found the wolfhound. Oops, I got too close, sorry. Cool, alright. Oh my goodness, what? Dang, totally did not see that puddle. That was funny, it took us both at the same time. You will sleep now. Okay. And we got a warrior. Just hit him with my little club. Nice. Okay, find the scout. But hey, that's one more 12 done in our pursuit of 112s. Or 1,000, or however many we have to do. 100, okay, cool. Yay. Yeah, that was a bit of a grind, wasn't it? Oh yeah, yay. Whew. Maybe we don't do the next one as a 12. Hey, it's raining in Clig where we were gone so long. Storm came in. Okay, so sometimes after you finish a mission like that, the delving part comes up, but the mission doesn't.
Hello.
So you can go ahead and turn that in, but it's basically like it's still ticking through. Oh, hey, I have a delving chest I haven't opened from 39 minutes left on it, so make sure you check yours. So anyway, so sometimes it will take a moment for it to basically trickle through the
Is there something I can do?
the
for you?
tubes to be like, ah, yes, now you're out. Good
Might I have a
job.
word
Now
with
I
you?
can turn that in, that kind of thing. Well, picking up the next one, heading on in. Oh, but before we do the thing, unless you want to do a low level one.
Oh, it's great.
Low level?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, 10. Okay, then hang on. So I was going to show you on the UI thing. If you go to Control O, which is your options, and you go to UI settings, and you scroll down, and it's about 2/3 of the way down, you'll come to this section, miscellaneous, and it says current user skin. And so once you've downloaded that JRR skins collection, you'll see a whole list here of options. They all are begin with JRR. So if you were to get like other UI skins as well, they would all just list under here, and then you can just pick and choose which you use. So I'm using Delving Hills Wide 2, and so you can see like my options menu has different graphics and stuff. If you look at the auction house, it's got Gandalf, going into Bag End. So anyway, so a bunch of them, they'll have like all your different screens. They've made some little tweak to it in some fashion. So I like the greenery here. Obviously, as you see the greenery across the bottom here. So yeah, so it's really, I really like how it just does a lot to the whole user interface in a lot of different places. So I like that. So yeah, so I just wanted to show you what kinds of things might be impacted, which is pretty much like all of it, but it's awesome. Oh, wait, before I do that, so if I click on here, where does it tell me how many I've done for the day? Oh, here it is. Okay, it's in the red words that I just skip right over because they're red. It says this quest is in the delving category. You are currently underway on or have completed 9 out of 10 quests in this category today. So that means basically if I do this quest, which sure, we'll go ahead and do it, and if I complete it, then that will be the last of the 10 of the delvings that I can do today. I could continue to do missions if I wanted to, but that finishes like the delvings. So I wouldn't be able to keep doing that extra layer, which I like the extra layer. We should be encountering, so there should be like 2 standing there, and possibly some over here. All right, maybe I'll just drop a trap, because I assume they're coming soon. There they are. Okay, so maybe there's none by this one, but there's definitely 2 there. Cool. All right, so I will check my distance. I'm good. I'm going the one on the left. Yeah, the other one didn't even notice. Which is always fun. Oh, that's true. We're only on level 10. It's easy mode. That's true. The 12 was a little harder. That was it did take a while. So funny thing is, I don't remember what it is we don't have now. Is it the resistance? Yeah, the resistance. Okay, that one we don't have to worry about anymore. That's nice. Oh, right. Yes, they don't split off into a weaker form afterwards to give us more to combat. Okay, cool. So we're down to just, 5 through 10 instead of 5 through 12 of the effects that it's going to have on our stuff. Yeah, 11 and 12 are annoying today. There's one that we actually really like, which is basically once you take out an enemy, I can't remember what it's called, tears or no, what's it? Fervor. And so, like, if you take somebody out, oops, it increases your fervor, which means that you are more likely to do damage, harder damage in the future. And it does it in increments of 10%. So like you're 10% more likely to do damage. So, and it just stacks. So you end up with like plus 10%, plus 20%, plus 30%, 10% damage, no probability. Sorry, you just do it. It just adds on. So during that instance, during that mission, you are doing an extra 10% damage. Or then if you defeat somebody else, 20. And then if you defeat another one, a third one, it's 30%. So each successive one you're doing more damage to in the future, and it's awesome. We end up getting to a point where usually one of us ends up kind of catching it first. And so that person, you know, is then more likely to take out the next person. So it kind of stacks really fast. So we've tried to do like, well, I'm at 100%, so you take the next one, so you get 100%. And I'm like, no, just go ahead and shoot, because like, that's the great point of it, is that you've got 100% more damage going out. Just do it. Take things out real fast. It's fantastic to watch. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. So that's one of our favorites. But that one wasn't on today, sadly. Hello, Captain. Just a sack of potatoes up here, don't mind me. Cool. And the scout appears right behind me. Hello. Oh, and the thing. But you know what? We're going to get out of here. And I'm no longer being burned. Oh, well, like, it'll take a second for it to get rid of that off me. But then... Oh, but yeah, no, we're in a rainstorm, so that put the fire out. Okay, so I can turn in my Delving
something I can do for you?
Amethyst. And there we go. There's the mission.
What do you need?
Okay, so let's see, I didn't see anything pop up, but basically I've done 10 Delvings today, successfully. So I cannot do any more Delvings today, but that's fine because it is at 2 hours, so let me trade some stuff over to Affadil real quick. Again, my inventory management strategy. I got a chunk of high-grade Eorlingus corn. Oh yeah, you can just have that. Got a couple of like level 100 things. Can't use them yet. All right. Thank you. Not this time. No essences this time. Well, there might be a box. I haven't actually looked at the boxes, but if you want to go do your preparation. Awesome. I'll take a look. Let's see. Okay, so we got crafting materials. Oh, clothing dye. I actually like the clothing dye. 3 black dyes. Nice. And, oh, did you get dye, Elsa? I will take it. Yes. Sweet. Look at all those dyes. Nice. Thank you. I will enjoy those. That's fantastic. Let's see. Crafting materials. Crafting. I get nowhere near as excited about the crafting stuff as I do the dyes. Alright, we got some sealed traceries. Yeah, don't need to worry about those right now. So I have in my shared storage, in my carryalls, a large dye carryall, because that's super important. Man, when they came out with those, I was like, so there was one of the expansions where you bought the expansion and you could get the dye carryall, and I was like over the moon. I thought that was such a great thing. And then, but it wasn't available like in the LOTRO store, and there was no other ways to get it, and I was really sad about that. But I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just, live with it, whatever. And then they came out with it in the store, and I was just like, yes, this is so cool. Wow, look, I only have 3 Shire Plum dyes. I'm gonna have to buy some of those. And Moria Silver. Really? Are we sure about that? Yeah, wait, oh, I am a little low on the Shire. Okay, so for reals. Because you can see some of my quantities. So when a festival comes around, I tend to buy up whatever dye is available at that festival. Because what they do at the festivals is there'll be usually like 4 dyes. And 2 of them are available for the festival tokens for that year, for that festival. And then the other 2 are available for mithril tokens. But then the next year they'll swap. And so the other 2 will be available for festival tokens, and the first 2 will be available then for the mithril coins. So if you can buy up enough dye to last you for basically 2 years, you can always buy it with festival tokens, which is my goal. Oh, nice. Hang on, we're going to watch. That's cool. That's so good. That's a new thing that you can get. It's the whimsical patrons coffer. Let's see, is there a thing for that? Oh, thank you. Coffer, thanks. There it is. So there's some links in the chat, and they're available now through Sunday. So if that's something you're interested in, you should definitely check that out. In fact, okay, let me see. Hang on. Let me check how many tokens with this guy I have real quick.
Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that too because I want to go back to the housing neighborhood. So if I click that, and I have it on, so it's like an emote, but it's a toggling thing. So let's see, that is, what's it called? Milestone Whimsy. And so it does that instead of your normal like looking or whatever. It does, or no, the reading. It does that where you like point in the air and you get like a willow. Oh, excuse me, coming over you. Another thing you can get from that box is a thing called Move Whimsy. So now when I move, I skip around like I'm Tom Bombadil. Isn't that great? And then when you stand still, oh, weird. What was it? It was doing it the other day, that when you stand still, your hands kind of come together. It's interesting, my character's not doing it. Because there's a thing also you can get, which should be in my wardrobe, which is a staff. Yeah, ceremonial staff of whimsy. And so it looks like this. It's got this cute, like, squirrel on the end. Actually, let me show you both of them. So there's the staff of whimsy, which is really tall and long. But then there's also the club of whimsy, which has, like, a squirrel on the top, and it's just a little club. And so somebody on one of the other servers over on Laurelin had the club, had the staff. And so when she was standing still, it looked like she was holding the staff and just standing there with it. I thought that was really cool. So, and then if you want to get out of that, there's like a move default. So like I'm skipping and then I click move default and then I'm back to normal. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying, like, they're coming out with these fun and silly things. I don't know, it just adds to the fun for me. Like, for example, I can do a mount, and I can do mount dressage. So basically my mount just prances, does dressage in place there. And even if you turn, then it goes back to doing it again. So that is kind of wild. So I like that one. Let me dismount. If you like walk forward, it stops doing it. And then I also got this one, which is Dance Lute, and I like that one a lot. And it plays a little tune while you're doing it, which is also nice. So, sorry, the Dance Lute's not in this package, but the whimsical skipping and the whimsical milestone where you point in the air and the willow comes down, those are part of that Patron's Coffer set. Let's see, a Wild Mambo Queen has arrived and asks, hey, chat, can anyone tell me if the Corsair expansion includes the Mariner character? So I don't remember because I bought it when it came out, but it feels like that's a long time ago. But what I do is I do go to the wiki for these questions because the wiki is really good at listing out like expansions and things like that. So let me see. So if we go to LOTRO wiki, and I'm going to try looking for Corsair. I don't know if it's called expansion though. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Let's try just looking for expansions. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. And let's see. So the expansions page is actually, or expansion page is really handy, just as an FYI, not necessarily specific to this question, but also will answer the question. So we're looking at Corsair. Yeah, okay, so Corsairs of Umbar is listed, and here you go. So I'll give you the link directly to that particular expansion. There you go. Because Wild Mamba Queen says, I've seen in the store that you can purchase them separately. Yes. So one of the things I've noticed SSG likes to do lately is, like Corsairs of Umbar, according to the wiki, was released on November 8th last year. And then and you had to buy it like through the website and you would get the stuff. But then you can now buy it through the store in-game for LOTRO points. So I think that's, as of May 2024, now it's available for LOTRO points. It says, on the wiki, it says the base edition, which includes the new regions, the missions, and the instances only, is available for the LOTRO points for 2,995. It says the Mariner class will be available in the LOTRO store for 1,000 LOTRO points starting in May of 2024. So it sounds to me like they are separate in that case. Now if you buy it through the website, I assume it's still available through the website. The standard edition, which is listed at $40, 37 euros, and 31 British pounds on the wiki. So you'd want to go to the website to confirm these, of course. Standard edition included the Corsairs of Umbar Combat and the Mariner class, an additional character slot, the title Swashbuckler, and the Swashbuckler's frame. The wiki is really good at being able to show you the comparisons between the different editions, because they've got it in this nice grid form, and you can see, okay, yes. You know, it's like, okay, this gives you this, but not here. You know, this one and this one give you this, but not the thing. So you can see how they, what you get from the different things, which I really like. I would say, okay, Egg Arthur says the cash edition includes the Mariner, the character slot, and upgradability. It's a better deal if you care about such things. So that is something else that they started doing, like, 2 expansions ago, where you can upgrade from one expansion to the, like, from one tier to a higher tier in the expansion. So if you're like, man, I really want that ultimate bundle, but I don't have the, scratch for it right now, but I'd really like to get started and start playing that Mariner class. You could buy like the standard edition, and then you can upgrade to the collectors or the ultimate for just the difference, which I'm like, that is great. I mean, they should always have been doing this. It's such a great, like, way to both serve their needs of trying to, make money on the things that they're creating, and also attend to the financial, constraints that the fan base is working under, but not close any doors, So you're like, oh yeah, I can do this now, but in the future I can upgrade to the next, which is great. So I just think that's really good. I'm really happy that they do that. I think that's a smart move. So, oh yeah, Wild Mambo Queen says, okay, I'm just going to grab it from the website. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, it definitely, I agree with, yeah. Plus, when, like I said, because you're getting the website version, then you can upgrade in the future if you're like, wow, I've seen, I don't know, like the Tome of the Fennec Fox, the little cosmetic pet. I'm like, man, I really wish I had that. Well, you could just upgrade and go the next year, and boom. So actually, I can show you what that one looks like. I should have it. Fox. Yeah, it's this little guy. So where is he? There he is. Isn't that cute? His little white face, little white ears. He's so cute. Let's see, what else do you get? So the collector's edition, which is the middle one, gives you an improved expedition supplies box, which is like, I forget what's in it. Like boosts and supplies. I think it was some XP boost or something like that. The wiki has the details. You have to click on it, but it's on a separate page, but you have it. And then there's some cosmetic armor that you can get, and also a steed. So there's the Fleet Merchants armor and steed that you get with the middle, the collector's edition. And then you get that plus the Tidebreakers mount and cosmetics if you go up to the next one. And then, oh, the housing teleporter. That is... Ooh, do I have it out here? I have it out on Laurelin. I'm trying to remember if I have it out on any of my houses here. I'll take a quick look at my yard, but if I had it out in any of the yards, I mean, this would be ideal because this is where I would come to, but it's more likely. Oh, hey, nope, there it is. Hoorah. So there's this teleport item right here, this allure of Umbar Bahar Bell, which is it's like this fish. Let me zoom in. See, it's a big fish. Let me get rid of that. With like a little, yeah, he's holding a thing. It's a very decorative fish. Anyway, so it's a very cute thing, and that is a teleporter, which will take you to Umbar Bahar Bell, which is really handy. Oh, Wild Mambo Queen says, I have lifetime VIP, and throwing some actual cash at the game for once is great. Oh, well, there you go. Oh, I will tell you, expansions are a great place to get that. Oh, I cannot stay there. So I can't show you any more details of that area because our cap level on this server is 95, and that area is well beyond cap. So I cannot show you too much of the details there. Sorry. But that's what the travel housing item looks like, so it's kind of cool. So, yeah, Egg Arthur says, on the other hand, if you're sitting on a pile of LOTRO points, lifetimers, maybe the LP version makes more sense. Well, but I appreciate like where Wild Mambo Queen is coming from, because there's definitely times when I'm like, well, do I want this or do I want that? And in the end, I often do choose for the version that allows me to support the game in a way. But I also will point out that I do have a tendency to like stock up on LOTRO points, and that way when something comes up that is like on a really good sale and it's just LOTRO points, I will like jump on it because I can do that because I've stocked up. But in stocking up, I always wait to do that when they have the double bonus points going. So it's like I wait till the double bonus points are available, and then I wait till the thing I want is on sale. So I get it at the best the best of both worlds there. Yeah, I'm very frugal in that regard. So I fit right in here in the Netherlands where we live. I've got this, you will be removed from this area if you do not leave. You have entered a restricted area. It's like I'm getting that over and over again in all of my tabs. It's really funny. Yeah, so what else? Yeah, I think that is most everything. Let's see. I was trying to remember if I had anything else other than my other houses, but I don't think I have. So, sorry, my brain is in like 12 directions at once for a moment. Hang on a second. I ended up stocking up on a number of housing items, and I didn't actually. Let me sort this stuff out of the way. I didn't actually put them out. So I'm gonna grab some of this stuff. Now that doesn't need to be there, but whatever. And then the Swan Fleet, we'll grab these too. Okay, so we finished, I don't know why I have this in my stuff. I would have thought we would have finished it ages ago. Hang on, let me go to my housing panel. Let's see, I have 2 Lindleby houses. One is a stately small, and one is smile, sorry, and one is a deluxe. So let's go to the deluxe. Wait a minute. Oh, is this? Oh, the stately smile. That's the one. Here, let's go there and we'll take a look real quick. So B4 is streaming after me, but he's not here. So I'll just show you a few things while we've got some time while we're waiting for him anyway. And I'll go ahead and Tuesday. So there you have the list of today's streamers. So there's me now. Hi. Excuse me. And then right after me is B4, and he does a stream going over plugins. So he'll be doing his stream called Plugging Along, and that'll be coming up here in just a few minutes. And then there's another streamer that was taking some time off, but I think he's back, and that's Meilung, and he's doing like this questing through Middle Earth as a new brawler, was it? He started a new character basically, and has been doing that on stream. He streams starting at like 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern time, and for us that's like 2 or 3 in the morning. So I have not managed to catch any of his streams live. So let's see. I think this is the one oh wait. Maybe not. Maybe this is just a regular little small house. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. It is deceiving us to think it is a normal small house, but it is not. Hang on a second. I gotta sneeze. Ah, pardon me there. I think I touched my volume control. Sorry if I'm blasting the volume. Let me know how much my volume changed. All right, so on my little radar, if you look at the map, you'll see that it looks like a little house, but then it looks like a giant something going on down here. So that's where we're headed. So Egg Arthur says, one can double dip by buying LOTRO points when it's double points, then buy Mithril coins when it's on sale. And a Mithril coin is usually the cheapest way to buy hurried and returning traveler. See, among many other things, of course. Yeah, exactly. That's what I try to like coordinate. Okay, so I bought this house because there's in this neighborhood, in this well, it's the newest of the not legendary, what's the right word? Premium houses. And there's a couple of premium houses in each neighborhood that have some special stuff going on. So this is one of the special houses. And then I forgot that this was that house. I don't know what I was thinking. I got caught up. That's what happened. I got caught up in the rush of buying houses when the Lindblom houses came out, and I just got so excited and I just went and bought it without really thinking through the implications of it. So normally there's a big hole here, and it made me nervous. So I covered it up with a wall, but I did go ahead and put a waterfall here so it makes it look like there's something going on. Because if you go over here, you can actually see there's like a cape. Were you outside in the rain? You are such a goof. You were, weren't you? You are wet. You are so silly. That's Kato. Yes, you're silly. Or you want on my lap, don't you? Well, I don't necessarily want you wet on my lap, but I will make a space for you. Hang on a second, baby. Yes, cattail. You probably won't get a get a little bit of cat on stream. Let's see what I can do. So, Captain Awesome says, lurking, but just dropping in to mention how much we all appreciate you in silence, Egg Arthur. So much knowledge and the will to share it. Yes. Hey, hang on. I was going to... Oh, wait, she wants to crawl under the desk. Come here a second. I want to show you on stream. I want to say hi to people. And listen to you purring. Oh, and listen to you squirming. Yeah? Okay, baby. There you go. Now, do you want to get on my lap? She likes to kind of crawl on my lap, but under the desk. I've got a footstool. All right, go ahead, baby. And so she kind of like tunnels under. It's very cute. But she likes to be on top of a blanket. Well, I like her to be on top of a blanket because she likes to make the biscuits. And yes, you are a prolific biscuit maker. Yes, you are, my dear. And sometimes her claws are a bit sharp. We started taking them to the vet like every 3 months just to get them checked out. And while they're getting checked out, they get their nails trimmed. It's really funny because she does not like her paws being held, which is really interesting because I can generally get a hold of Casper and just like pet him and pet his paws and like, yeah, we can cuddle up together a bit more. Whereas she's nesting right now. She's doing circles on my lap. Okay, now she's calmed down. She's sitting down on my lap. Well, kind of in the, valley here between my legs. And so the vet was like, hey, maybe over time you can get her more and more comfortable with having her paws touched. So maybe in between visits, try to pet her paws, try and touch her and stuff like that, get her used to that. And I've been trying to do that, and every time, even if she's zonked out, if I like pet her and come around and like come off to the end and touch her paw, she's like, hey, no. Every time still. So we're still working on it, but now I understand why they have trouble and definitely why we would have trouble if we were to do it. So we got the cats like 2 years ago now. Is that how long we've had you, baby? Sounds about right. So they had a previous owner. Yes, you did. And so we don't know all the details of their previous life because we didn't get to meet the previous owner or anybody who knew her. But there was like an information sheet that the son of the previous owner wrote out for us. The guy died is why they got ended up at the shelter. So we got some information about their personality and things like that off of those sheets. So that was nice. That was handy. Yeah. So it's like, they've got some of the ingrained personality and habits that we are learning or they're changing over time. So we're working on getting them a little bit more comfortable with being picked up because that's important to be able to get picked up in case of like an emergency or if we want to put you in the crate to take you to the vet. Yeah, I know, right? So being able to pick up the cats without them freaking out, I think, is an important skill. So we're working on that, and they're doing much better. Yeah, yes, you are. I actually picked her up, and she was really interested in looking out the window. So I was holding her up so she could look out the front door window, which she really wants to go out the front door, and we won't let her. But she was like looking back and forth, and she'd like bring her head to the edge of the right on the glass and try to look out further. And it was very cute. You were being very cute, and she let me hold her for like, I don't know, 3, maybe 5 minutes, which was a significant amount of time. Normally, we count it in seconds, like maybe 30 seconds. Sometimes we get to 30 seconds, and that's nice. Casper, I can hold a little bit longer than her. He kind of resigns himself to it a little bit more, but yeah. But she loves curling up in the blanket on my lap and just getting scritches and purring. Let me see if I can get you some kitty purrs. Hang on a second. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some good stuff there. Some good purring, huh, kitty kitty? So there you go. There's some Cateau content. Yeah, I know, right? She's so cute. Okay. So anyway, I have this house in Lindleby, and I don't know, hopefully you can see, but there's a cave here, and there's definitely an implication that there's goblins. I can't remember if I actually see any goblins. I don't think so. But anyway, so I was like, yeah. So I built a wall, and and put a waterfall there. So we have this like kind of basement sort of thing going on here. But okay, so in my inventory, I just grabbed a bunch of things. And let's see, that's an outdoor item, enormous yard. And that's a yard item, but Hobbit with a pipe. Oh, we have the statue of Candace. This is the room where I put the bed. So this does seem kind of like a cozy bedroom type space. All right, so let's put a Hobbit with a pipe on that wall. That seems like a pleasant thing to stare at, right? And we'll scoot it a little bit so it'd be like across from the bed and maybe up a little bit. Skagosi says she is lovely. Yeah. You are a lovely kitty cat, aren't you? You sweet girl. She is very sweet, though. Okay, so let's see. We got our Hobbit with pipe there. Yeah, kind of across from the bed. That's not bad. And then I have 2 more Hobbits with pipe. I think I keep getting them out of the delving boxes or something. There's something I was getting them out of recently. So, this room, sure. Let's put one here. Yeah, let's put it on the next part. We'll put one. Oops. Oh, it's okay. Hi. I know, right? You heard noise. She popped her head up like a one of those things, those animals. Meerkat. And her eyes were big. Then she saw it was just before. She's like, oh, okay, I know him. I can lay back down. Okay. So, all right. So we'll get this one here out from inside the wall. Cool. Now we have Candace's statue and portrait. And I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll put it at the end of the room down there. But then I realized that might be kind of creepy. Like you walk in, you see some guy sitting at the very end. That might freak people out. So we won't do that. But maybe in one of these front side rooms, maybe it's a little less creepy. All right, so Candace can go there. And maybe we'll turn it a little bit. That's cool. And then we'll put the portrait of the Grey Company right next to him. So it's like a little, I don't know, what would you call that? Like a little homage area. All right, so we've got those guys happening there. Cool. Now we've got another Hobbit pipe. Oh, maybe there's a spot in here to put it. Let's see if there's any wall hooks around here. Oh yeah, there's a nice wall hook. We'll just use that one, since we have so many of them. And there we go. People are going to think I was just like really into this artist, huh? So, oh, Liz Arden says, I like Hobbit paintings. I think they're really cute. I went and bought, which ones? There's a bunch of them you can get in Yondershire, like that being one of them, I think. And, oh, I like the one with the little Hobbit holes. That one's fun. So I got that one. All right, but let's go back outside for a minute, because I have three things. 5 is right out, that I want to play with. So I have this thing called an ambient environment. So as you can see, it's like raining and cloudy here at the moment. And that is the normal environment of the space that I'm in. But if I put in this Swanfleet one, it's going to give me an environment that matches Swanfleet, whatever it is that I've chosen. So the Swanfleet one that I chose has kind of like a purpley sky. Apparently we're still getting the rain. But yeah, it's got that going on. So let me drop these other things and I'll show you a little bit of what that might look like. Oh, that's what's in my enormous shard. Do I have another enormous shard here? I might not. Let me jump up on a mount so I can move a little faster. Because this is one of the smaller houses, I don't think I have another enormous yard. I have a huge yard. Is that one taken? It's not. All right, we'll drop this in here. So we'll get that big dais there. All right. And then I guess I'm going to have to go somewhere else to do the other one. But before I run out of here, Swanfleet map table. What? Oh, this object does nothing. Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was like that other map table. Okay, so if I am in here, so I'm currently in the Swanfleet environment. And then when I leave my property, it'll revert back to the normal environment. So, oh, I forgot I put that little rowboat there. It's like as if it was knocked up out of the water. So I haven't left my property yet. Up this hill. It will get me out of it. So notice the sky has gone from like a purpley look, maybe I zoom out, to more of that gray that we first saw. So let me see if I wander down this way. Try and get back towards my property. At some point it kicks in and it will shift. There we go. It should start shifting to that purple that we saw before. There it goes. It takes a minute to fade in, but I think that's really cool that you can like have a different look basically at your house. So if I had picked a look that's like, you know, sunny Gondor or something like that, then it would actually override the rain, I believe, and make it actually sunny. So the other thing I was going to do then is I have that other one. So let's go to, let's see, this was Stonegate Path. So let's pop down to Welfirth Way. It's in the same neighborhood, but I'm just going to teleport there because it's faster than riding. Because right now I'm like up here on the tippy top, and we'll see here in a second. Now I'm down here, not too far from the. I guess I could have ridden down and then just like hopped over a fence or hopped over a wall. I mean, it's like literally a wall. It would be like that wall there. I was up there somewhere, so I could have come down and then like gone across my neighbor's yard or something, like over there. Actually, I think there's a river, so I'd have had to go through there. Yeah, see, it's just faster to teleport. Oh, I should have been on the ground so you could see that fun thing. Anyway, let me go back into here because I've got that. I need an enormous yard. All right, here's one. Is there anything in it? There's a tree. I could move the tree. What about this? Hey, there's nothing here. We'll leave the tree. Wow, that is pretty big, isn't it? I mean, look how the size that one. We put that other one down. Remember how small it was compared to this? Oops, now I'm inside of it. That's a small problem. Let's get out of that. Oh, hang on, I gotta sneeze again. Apparently not. Okay. Well, oh, hey, there's another one. Oops. Okay. Well, it's been, there's been a lot of tree stuff falling of late, and so I am like, my allergies are up, which is annoying. Oh yeah, so here's the small one, and then there's the large one. You can see the difference in size. It's pretty amazing. So if you are looking for something large and ruined looking for your house, the Honorian stuff, there's some great stuff. There's some stuff with like some broken columns, and there's some really neat stuff. There's now not in that, but I don't have it here. Maybe I don't have it on the server, but there's a not a ramp, that's not the right word, but basically like the stuff you run into in like Eregion, some of that old ruined stuff. Let me see, I have Lindleby, oh, Rohan. Let me go check my Rohan house real quick, because if it was anywhere, it'd probably be in my Rohan house. Oh, that's okay. No, I was just trying to remember what it's called, and I can't remember if I have one here, or if I have one over. I mean, I definitely have one on Laurelin, but basically, it's like this. Oh, I don't have it here. It's like a big thing that you can like walk up. Oh, maybe I do have it here. Hello, stuff just phased in. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. Awesome. It is a pristine Eregion gazebo tower. So I have that here, and you can actually go up and get into the gazebo in here, which is kind of cool. So yeah, if you're looking for some big stuff for your yard, man, this is where did I get this from? It was with tokens from something. I can't remember which. And then I put it next to the pristine Eregion rotunda, because I felt like, they kind of, go well together. And out here in Rohan is kind of amusing to me to stick in Rohan. So, I mean, my Rohan house isn't doing much else, so it's a great place to just put a bunch of large things. Now there is a bottom too. I don't know if you saw that. Like down here. Oh, I wonder if I could get up there if I'm on a mount. I might not be able to get in there. And sometimes there's invisible walls on some of these things, so it looks like you can get in there, but you really can't. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. I can though. Oh, and one of the bundles had some of these tiles. It was really cool. It looked kind of like that. All right. Anyway, I'm going to go and deal with my allergies, I think. So that's fun. Oh, by the way, I have been using social media to post on the day that I'm streaming to kind of like give people a reminder. So if like you'd like to have a little heads up that I'm streaming, little reminders, so you're like, oh yeah, let me go do that. You've been able to use Twitter for that, but now that Twitter's no longer Twitter, I'm probably going to use it less. I still have the account still. I'm not deleting it or anything just yet. But I also have a Blue Sky account, so I'm also posting there for now. Oh yeah, there's the Hobbit homes. Yes, I did go and buy a bunch of them because I put them here. There we go. There's the Hobbit Homes one, and then there's Study of a Tankard, and Sunflower in Bloom. I love those. Those are great. And then I've got the little planters here, and was with some hobbits on Laurelin, and I had it like this in my Rohan house, and they're like, it looks like a miniature hedge maze. I was like, oh my god, that's brilliant. That's basically what it is. So I put the Hobbit paintings by the hedge maze, and then I can stand in here and pretend I'm between and be like, oh, it's a hedge maze because it's made out of hedges. Ah. And so, so I have a lot of fun with all the little in-game jokes for myself. I crack myself up. All right, so yes. Oh, thanks, before. So yeah, so there's me over on Blue Sky, and so I post on Blue Sky when I'm gonna go live later on that day, and before also does. So if you want notifications, that is a place where you can receive notifications. What's that? And we are we are here doing the Lord of the Rings stream every Tuesday, starting at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. So you can count on that. I mean, there's very rarely that we take off. Occasionally, like if we're on vacation or I don't know, have family visiting or something like that, we'll take some time off. But most of the time we're here, so you can pretty much rely on it. If it's a Tuesday, we're probably streaming. Sorry, the allergies are really getting to me. And then I've also started streaming another game, but I'm doing that over on my channel. So, on my Twitch channel. So, yeah, there we go. Thanks. So you can catch me over there. And I don't have a regular date for that. I'm just kind of doing it when I feel like it. So, if you want me to post on Blue Sky before I go live there, I can do that, but I haven't been doing that or consistently doing that. That's more me just playing around on Planet Crafter. All right, well, Kato is wonderfully sated here, although I'm sure I will move and she'll fly out of here in a moment. So I'm going to say goodbye to you all. Thanks for coming along for the stream. B4 is going to be, is jumping in here in just a moment. Let me turn my Hobbit around. And he'll be doing his stream about LOTRO plugins. So if you have any questions about plugins, how to use them, what's he doing, what kind of stuff does he do with plugins, what's that all about, feel free to stick around and ask him any questions. And I will be back next Tuesday, so I will see you then. Hey, thanks for that, Lickmore. Appreciate that. Definitely. All right, well, have a great rest of your day, everybody, and I'll see you in the chat for B4's Plugging Along. All right, everybody, and as I say, remember to stay connected to that Hobbit side of your heart. Take care of each other. All right, bye-bye.